What's going on is Anton from AntonDaniels.com. I appreciate you guys for continuing to rock with me, but I just got home off of an early morning flight, right? First thing through the door, I want to see my family. I love my family. You know, I'm a family man. I'm an advocate for families, right? Second thing, I got to get that hot shower because I got to throw the threads on. The threads make me feel like $1,000,000, but the third thing through my mind and all throughout the trip is that I got to have that Tej pack. Tej makes my life uncomplicated. It's uncomplicated skincare for men. The first way that I started specifically was their level 1 system. It's a daily face wash to get rid of the dirt and grime on your skin. 2 times per week exfoliating scrub to get rid of the dead skin cells. An AM moisturizer with SPF20 because you should always be protecting your skin from the sun. And a PM moisturizer to help your skin stay hydrated and healthy throughout the night. Here's the thing. My favorite part about Tej Henley is that every box comes with an instruction card that tells you when to use each product, how much to use, and in what order. They really making the process of achieving and maintaining amazing skin for men uncomplicated. In addition to amazing skin, members of Tej Henley get tons of benefits, including at least 20% off the retail price, the ability to customize your box, exclusive monthly deals, you can pause and cancel at any time, and you get free shipping. And because Tej Henley is sponsoring today's video, they're offering my viewers an amazing deal, right? Just click the first link in the description and you get 30% off your first box, plus a free gift. It's an amazing deal. You got to get started today. You're not out here trying to look like a Dusty. And if you travel as much as I do, which I'm sure most people don't, but you know me, I'm pushing my bag chasers in order to be in the top 5%, top 10%, top 1%. We got to make our lives uncomplicated, and Tej Henley is no better product. You got to look good. You got to smell good. And you can't be looking like a Dusty. Make sure you get started today. Click the link in the description. Get that Tej pack. Feel the Tej, my friends. What's going on is Anton from AntonDaniels.com. I appreciate you guys for continuing to rock with me. It is Tuesday, March 7th, 2023, year of our Lord. And I have a phenomenal show lined up for you guys. Let me make sure that my camera is right. Just got to make sure all of that is good. I got a phenomenal show lined up for you guys. So it is a sunny day here in Michigan. I'm feeling great. I'm feeling absolutely phenomenal. And throughout the show, you're going to start to figure out why it is that I titled the show Loyalty, right? Why I titled the show Loyalty. We're continuing to evolve. We're continuing to change the formats of the show specifically. But before I get into the show, let me tap in and see what's happening in the chat. So what's up, Lauren? Lauren Love is in the building. Said good morning, everybody. My dog Kojak, Class E Beats is here. What's happening, Class E? Centennial G. Alexander got the coaching call popping off tomorrow. What up, though? Stephen Day, one of my shooters and one of the most loyal people that I've ever met in my entire life. Q is in the building. Shaquille Stevenson is in the building. Look out below, Miss Jill, Natasha. What up? What up? Stephen Day. Q is talking about that's the best thumbnail Anton ever did. Y'all don't even know that picture. The picture from the thumbnail is actually a picture from when me, Q, and Rita. Not the last time I was in Miami. I think the time before that, maybe. I don't know. But we was all partying. We was supposed to be taking care of some business, and we wind up just partying the entire time and not really doing much at all. And then we wind up live streaming, and it's just Q was wild. Q was a wild girl. She crazy, y'all. But that's my shooter, and she loyal. Big Suggs, what's happening? Melvin Johnson, good morning. Connie Mathis, Alvin S. Low back Black Duck is in the building. Gemini Thought says another one. Sarah H. What's happening? Corny and too responsible. I like that name. Mrs. Black said good morning. Travello says Anton's work ethic is unmatched. Naughty Gang, what's happening? Sabrina. Everybody. Shout out to everybody. Philip Robinson. You in the building. Almond Eyes 78. I like that name. Almond Eyes 78. That's something that's a little bit more enticing. You know what I'm saying? They said we in there like swimwear. Shout out to everybody that's popping off. Let me get to some of these first super chats throughout the day because y'all know I like to read super chats. My dog Aaron is in the building. What up though, Aaron? What's happening, big dog? Alvin S says with the 5 ball says big up AD bag chasers for life. DC, NYC, and Miami. Announcement coming probably within the next couple days on the Patreon of exactly where we doing our next Patreon meetup. Thank you, my friend Jaquel PF. 5 ball says greetings and blessings. Shout out to the Daniels, Natasha Q. And last but not least, the bag chasers. When will you be coming back to NYC? A lot of people are familiar with the idea that we did have a meetup in NYC. Q was there. Q was at the meetup in NYC, so shout out to Q. Q was at the meetup in NYC. Q be everywhere. That is my shooter. Let me start the show off first by just giving a shout out and giving some acknowledgement to all of my people. I love my people. I'm going to read super chats throughout the show. Shout out to Enos Luby. I love my people, and I love my people so much because y'all love me back. And your family, and I've been telling you guys this for an extended period of time, your family is not necessarily the people that I know y'all see the Omega. We switching it up now. The family is not necessarily the people that you were born with. It's not necessarily your mother or your father. It's the people that hold you down. It's the people that's going in the direction that you're going in. So let me first give a shout out. Shout out to my dog Quentin. I consider him family. Let me give a shout out to my bag chasers. We did a live stream last night on the Anton Daniels channel with Q and Quentin. To the people that's loyal. Let me before I start naming names. So I got this in the mail, right? I got this in the mail, or actually, I didn't get it in the mail. Let me be clear. I did not get this in the mail. This came in the mail for Rita. All right. So there was a Tiffany and Company box. Shoot, I got to get the card. I'll read the card in a minute. So this is a Tiffany and Company box, and this came from Gabby. Right now, a lot of people don't know who Gabby is because me and my friends and the people that's doing significant things out here in the streets. We keep our wives, and in a lot of instances, we kind of keep our wives off of the YouTube streets for the most part because we love them and we want to protect them and we all absolutely love them. So Rita gets this in the mail, right? And she opens it up. I'll tell y'all who Gabby is in a minute. And it's a couple pair of Tiffany glasses. Right? And so Rita's like, oh my God, I can't believe she sent this to me, Anton. You got to see him. And so I'm like, Rita, who is sending you Tiffany glasses? What are you getting Tiffany glasses in the mail for? Give me a second. I'm gonna go and pick this up. I'm gonna go get the card really quick. All right, so let me read the card. So the card says, it ain't over yet. Because a lot of people realize that Rita's birthday was last month. It says, it ain't over yet. Hope you feel as special as you make others feel. Your light is truly infectious. Happy birthday, Rita. And it's from Gabby. Now, Gabby, for those of you that are not familiar and that's not associated, is actually Poor Man's Podcast's wife. So a lot of you are familiar with Poor Man's Podcast. He does some incredible work. He has appeared on the Lapeef Network and the Lapeef Let's Talk show a couple different times. But Rita is very good friends with a lot of people's wives, including Gabby. So Gabby, let me publicly acknowledge you and say that you are absolutely awesome. Thank you, love. You are beautiful. You are a beautiful spirit. Rita truly appreciates you. And shout out to my dog, Poor Man's Podcast, that be out there doing this thing. You are killing it. You've been killing the game, bro. Salute to you and your success. You guys are absolutely a phenomenal couple and an awesome group of people. So, but let me say this though, because a lot of people don't necessarily really understand that there are some very successful, very phenomenal, awesome black couples. There are some people that are friends of mine that may be visible. Some of them have a lot more visibility. Some of them don't have as much visibility, but they are some phenomenal, strong, awesome black couples. Don't let anybody, including all of the different hyenas all across the internet, project their bitterness and they problems with being baby mamas onto y'all. Just because they feel in a certain type of way, just because they're not willing to do the work in order to make sure that they have a completely different type of result with the people that they align with, and they want to project all of their problems and insecurities onto you. It does not, and they don't even necessarily have to be married, right? It's some good people that's single, married, and relationships all the way across the board. But more importantly, and let me say this one more time, more importantly, loyalty. Loyalty is something that you cannot purchase. It does not matter if I have money, if I don't have money. Q is mine, and she's going to be rolling with me no matter what. Aaron is going to be rocking with me, and he'll never turn against me. There are core groups of people, both online and offline, that absolutely rock, and I have a level of loyalty to them as they have to me. And so let me also add this. For those of you that continue to send me emails, right? If you need to get in touch with me and you want to talk about it from a business perspective, email me at antondaniels413@gmail.com. Again, antondaniels413@gmail.com. If you need to get in touch with me, you need a coaching call, a Zoom call, whatever, email me at that. Kojak, Quentin, a lot of different bag chasers, Natasha, Jordan, Luis, Tam. I mean, it's too many people to name, but there are some people that don't even know that I know that y'all be going hard for me in the paint, even when y'all don't think that I'm paying attention. Y'all be in other people's. If anybody say something about me, our streets, I see you, Antonio Watkins. It's a lot. And again, I don't want to miss nobody, so I don't want to keep naming names, but I'm going to just tell you, Azriel, Beautiful Disaster. There are some people, Yvette, that are fiercely loyal. And I mean fiercely loyal. Y'all may think that they rock with y'all, and that's cool. And I want them to have multiple different people that they rock with, but they adore me. And I love them back. I love my bag chasers. I love my people. Link to the Patreon is in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat. There is nothing that you can say about me that is going to go unnoticed or unheard of, and they're not going to let me know. For a lot of y'all that keep DMing me and keep sending me emails and stuff like that, let me say this the same way that I said it about Kevin Samuels, the same way that I say it about Charleston White, the same way that I say it about anybody that I align with. When I say that I roll with you, I roll with you. We don't switch up. We don't change up. We don't pick and choose. Because anything that I may have a problem with you about, I'll call you. I have your phone number. Me and Kevin Samuels, we would have conversations about things that we agreed about and we disagreed about and all of this other type of stuff. But we having that offline. You never, ever in life or in death get me to say anything negative about the people that I'm loyal to. People that I know in person, maybe big, maybe small, Maybe visible on the internet, maybe not so, maybe famous, may have a lot of money, may not have no money. When I roll with you, I roll with you. There is nothing that you're going to say that would cause me to say anything negative about them to you publicly or online, ever. You've never heard me say anything negative about Q. Never heard me say anything negative about Aaron, Kojak, Natasha, so on and so forth. For those of you, and I'm not going to name names, I'm not going to do all of that. For those of you that continuously send me email after email and DM after DM, Bella, I love you. For those of you that continue to send me this, telling me what I should and shouldn't do, who I should and shouldn't rock with, stop. 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 You don't tell me what to do. You cannot control me. You don't have any vested interest of what goes on over here on these platforms. You don't have any control of what happens on the Millionaire Morning Show, the Anton Daniels channel, or nothing. And I see y'all snakes. You don't have my best interest at heart. You don't love me. You don't care nothing about me. You ain't even subscribed. You ain't even a bag chaser. What do I care about what you think? You here purely for the entertainment. That's it. You here to find out what it is that you can use in order to try to get some browning points and all of this other type of stuff. I don't care nothing about what you think. You ain't loyal to me. You loyal to you. You loyal to your own self-interest. And for those of y'all that call yourselves saints, y'all call yourselves Christians, you don't know nothing about what it means to be a Christian. You don't know nothing about, you don't even know what loyalty is. You Judas. You a pretend disciple. You pretend like you down for the cause. When it suits you, when it's convenient, when it's profitable for you, when it is. Listen, some of y'all shouldn't even be on the internet. Some of y'all shouldn't be online. Some of y'all shouldn't even be having a conversation with platforms because you know nothing about what this life is like. And that's why the people don't fuck with you. That's why the people don't fuck with you. They don't fuck with you because they can see a snake a mile away. They can see a snake a mile away. And just because you want to give a good presentation, what people don't understand and what people don't do is they don't give people enough credit for being able to see the real from the fake. You don't give, people can see the real from the fake. And that's why through my ups, through my downs, through my highs, through my lows, through my dark times and through the brightest times of my life, whether I'm right or whether I'm wrong, my people don't turn against me. My people don't turn against me. They have a fierce loyalty to me that is unmatched. When you look at the cover photo of this and you see my shooters, they my shooters for a reason. I tell them not to shoot you, not the other way around. They don't tell me not to shoot you. I tell them not to shoot you. I'm keeping them off of your back. The only reason I haven't really unleashed Q is because she's still a little rough around the edges, and I got to make sure that Q is protected. Q will be out here like Scarlett Johansson. One of the that's dog. Y'all don't really understand. She one of the fiercest people that I have. And I haven't even really, I be holding her back. Q, come here. Q, give me a hug. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. That girl is a trained assassin, and you have no idea what she be having up her sleeve. I'm saving you from her. Loyalty is something that you cannot purchase. It's something that you cannot buy. It's not something that money then involves. It's something that people just inherently are. And you can't train yourself to be loyal. It's either you are or you aren't. Let's move on. I'm gonna just leave it at that. All right. I want to deep dive into something really quickly, right? So my guy had a conversation with him offline. We just gonna call him House of Hypocrites. All right, we're gonna call him House of Hypocrites. Now, there's a video that's going viral, ladies and gentlemen, and I want to share it with you. There's a video that's going viral right now, and my guy House, I think that is hilarious. I think that it's absolutely hilarious. But is there truth in it? Now, a lot of other people like to do reactions to things, and I do also. But just as much as I like doing reactions to things, I also like to have a conversation with the person themselves. So before I bring in my guy House, I want to give y'all an update for those of you that's been living under a rock of what was said, give you the context, and then I'm gonna bring my guy House up here to be able to have the conversation and explain his side of the story versus it just being a one-sided narrative based off of what you think or what I think. I want him to give the context based off of how he sees things. So let me go ahead and play the video, and then we're gonna return back, and I'm gonna bring my guy House up here to be able to kick it with y'all.
I got 7 kids and 7 baby mamas. Now, for the past few days, I've been going live, telling my story, speaking my truth. And a lot of women having an issue calling me a deadbeat because I tell them I was being irresponsible, yet not wearing protection. But I always tell these women that I got pregnant that I do not want to be a father to these children. And I offer to pay for the abortion. Majority of times, they'll either take...
I'm reading super chats throughout the show, so I am highlighting them. I am going to get to you guys. Thank you to everybody that contributes to the platform. Let's continue.
The abortion, or they'll take a plan B. But only these 7 have kept these children. But the crazy thing about it is they want me to be responsible for some children I told them I did not want. So for some years now, some of them been trying to get in contact with me, access denied, because I don't really know why you trying to get in contact with me. I done told you I did not want them kids. So don't expect me to be responsible financially, emotional, spiritually, mentally, or physically with some kids I do not want. And I don't give a fuck what nobody think about it. You're not going to force children up on me. Yeah, we both made the decision to lay down and have intercourse. We both was irresponsible about the decisions we made that night. Yeah, I could have pulled out, but I didn't. And I ain't care to pull out because I'm not the one that's gonna have to carry a baby for 9 months. It's the woman. In my opinion, women should be more careful on who they sleep with because you're gonna be like, one of my baby mamas trying to find me so I can financially support a kid I done told her or them I did not want. Another thing is, these just jump offs. These the type of women that I ain't even had to do nothing for. The bare minimum, but they gave me access to their body and they think I want to be a father to a child for one of them? Like, I don't even have no type of love for these women. How do they expect me to love these children? Before y'all say, oh, he irresponsible, he a deadbeat, he don't take accountability. Yeah, I do. I just don't give a fuck. You ain't gonna force these children on me when I told you I ain't want them. Yeah, I can offer to pay for abortion, but at what point can I force a woman to go get an abortion? I cannot. A woman say, my body, my choice, but I say, it's my life, my choice. Before y'all try to stitch this shit and be like, black man this, black man that, I don't give a fuck. I really don't.
So I'm gonna go ahead and bring my guy House up. I want to have a conversation with him. I want to get his perspective because it's a lot of people that think that they know him, but they don't necessarily know everything. And I think that he can better articulate his thoughts better than anybody else can. I'm gonna bring my guy up. Welcome to the show, my friend. What up, House? How you feel, big dog?
What's up, dog? You can hear me clear?
I can hear you clear.
All right, I'm cool.
How you feeling, bro?
I'm taking all this wonderful backlash in. Taking this wonderful backlash in. Yeah,
is it more? Do you get any? Is it like what's the ratio of backlash to love, or people saying I understand what he thinking?
You know what's crazy? It's more women in my DMs agreeing with me.
Really?
Than men. More women in my DMs agreeing with me than men. The men wanna come in there and try to address something or hold me accountable, and I'm telling these motherfuckers, I'm a grown man. You can't hold me accountable. Like, but I hear you though. But it's more women in there agreeing with me.
Wow, I didn't expect that. A lot of people wouldn't believe. Like a lot of people would be like, man, like the women is the ones that's gonna come at you the most, but it's the guys.
Yes, the guys.
Why do you think
That's
it's the
crazy.
guys? Why do you think the guys come at you the most?
Because they ain't got the motherfucking balls enough to speak up for their motherfucking self in a situation that they know they don't want to be in. So, you know what I'm saying? It's a little bit, it might be a little bit envy. You know what I'm saying? Who the fuck is this nigga to speak his mind? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. What
Yeah,
about
I think it's a little bit of that.
what about did you expect when you made this? Like, what was the inspiration behind it? Like, what made you even spaz out? Because you can articulate yourself really, really well.
Hmm.
But what made you even make this video in the first place?
I was on live on my TikTok. That's why once my previous Instagram got deleted when I had a lot of followers, so I just went on TikTok and just started like doing what people do. So basically, just being in live, and we got to a conversation where we were talking about certain things, and I was just like, bro, I got 7 kids, bro, that I told these women I do not want.
Mm,
So for a span of like 7 days, I was on live and just being requested, you know what I'm saying, to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? I see 300 people in here in the room, 1,000 people in the room, so I was just like, let me just make a video, you know what I'm saying, and try to give like clarity, and it just did what it did. I already had a little bit of following, so it took off. It took off. But I feel like it's a lot of men that want to say this. There's a lot of men that looking at their children and like, I don't even want this little motherfucker, but they feel like they responsible. You feel me? Like that's whatever you look, whatever your morals is your morals. Whatever you feel like you need to do is what you need to do. Don't go judge another woman or another man about their life. So it is what it is at this point.
why do you think it's the guys that come for you over the women, though?
Bro, I don't know, man. I guess they feel like they have a big ass responsibility to hold other black men accountable. You
Uh
feel me? And I
huh.
tell them, I said, bro, I'm accountable for my actions. I understand the outcomes and the consequences. That's
Uh
being accountable. That's being aware. What you want me to be is responsible. When I told you I'm not gonna be responsible for some shit I don't want to be responsible for. There's
huh.
no argument after that. You can't convince me to do anything in my spirit or if I have one that I don't want to do. So it's one of them things that I see a lot of. They say black men don't hold black men accountable. Yeah, they do. I see it. I see
I
it in
say
my
it all the
DMs, but it's
time.
impossible.
I say it all
Yeah.
the time that is not the women don't hold women accountable. The women
Hmm.
will be honest with a guy, but it's the men that then hold men accountable. I say it all the time, and people don't believe me.
It's more when I go on them lives on TikTok. It is more men. I'm talking about more men really trying to hold each other accountable. And I always gotta put. I said, speak what you want to speak. But at the end of the day, that man gonna do what he want to do. You feel me?
Hmm.
That woman gonna do what he want to do. It's a lot of black men attempting to hold black men accountable. That's a motherfucking myth. I see it. I'm seeing it every day.
Hmm. What about you said? I think you said something on your video, and you said, now correct me if I'm wrong. You said that you haven't seen, and maybe it wasn't this video, maybe it's another video that I watched that you said. You said that you had never had a woman ask you to use a condom.
Never.
Really?
And that's another. That was another. I think that's how this got into this what's called into this space of me telling this. Never. I didn't put polls on my TikTok. I didn't, bruh. Women don't ask men to wear protection. Like
Mm,
they expect us to do what we want to do.
mhm.
It's a very small chance a woman gonna tell that man to put a condom on. So now that woman is basically giving her power to a man to be responsible for her motherfucking body. It
Mhm.
don't make sense. It
Mm.
don't make sense.
That's something that people don't want to talk about though.
Uh-uh.
They don't want to talk about that part of the conversation. They don't want to talk about the idea that you literally, because honestly, I believe you. Because anybody that's this transparent and this forthcoming and stand forward, stand on whatever it is that they saying, they, you know, I gotta believe them. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Why do you think that? It's a lot of people saying that you got to be like you got to be messing around. There's no reason that you're telling the truth, or you don't have no 7 kids, or whatever that you know of, or whatever. Why don't you think people to believe you?
We in one of the most promiscuous nations, bro. Just
Yeah.
let that sink in. We in one of the most promiscuous nations, bro. I ain't gotta manipulate no bitch to get no pussy.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? I
Yeah.
do not have to manipulate, con anything to get no goddamn pussy, bro.
Mm.
And the reason they don't believe it because it's a high number. You feel me? It's a high number of kids being abandoned, but shit, it's a lot of motherfuckers out here that don't know how many kids they got.
Yeah.
It's motherfuckers that don't know if the kids, they kids because they woman gonna get mad at the fact you asking for a motherfucking DNA test because it hurt her feelings. Bro, I done told a female last October 2022 that this is my last pregnancy scare, right? She told me she was pregnant by me. And I was like, okay, cool. In my mind, I'm like, I actually really like her. You know what I'm saying? Because we was messing around. I actually really like her. So when it came down to it, me, I'm gonna be me. I said at the end of the day, I fuck with you, but 7 to 8 weeks come, we can do that DNA test that they offer. And she told me out her motherfucking mouth, I'm not gonna go get a DNA test. That's embarrassing. I'd rather be a single mother
She said she'd rather be a single mother than get a DNA test.
than get a DNA test.
That means she ain't. That means you ain't the only one then.
It's not exactly. You feel me? So it's just like it's this shit crazy, bro. I got so many stories, and motherfuckers don't believe that it's true. But if the people around me get to talking, they will share some of my stories too, bro. They'll share some of my stories too.
Mm. So I got so many questions, bro. I got so many questions. I'm gonna be honest with you. All right, so I gotta ask you this question, bro. Why not wear rubber? Like, and I'm not even talking about even on a pregnancy part, because I know that you stand on whatever you stand on with regard to the whole pregnancy thing. I'm not gonna convince you. I'm not even gonna try to convince you, right? But are you worried about like venereal diseases or STDs or anything like that?
Hell yeah, I'm worried. And I'd be a fool to say I'm not. But the thing about it, people keep asking me why don't I wear protection? I do wear protection.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just got sponsored by these condoms. I wear protection. You feel me? So the thing about it is those 7 situations out of 200.
So it was just
200 plus.
those particular ones that you were saying. So you do wear rubbers. It's just that
Yeah,
those were
yeah.
women that you was the most comfortable with not wearing rubbers with.
Man, it just the thing about it is just shit happen, bro. Like
Yeah, no, I feel you.
it
I
ain't gonna
feel
be
you.
on my mind. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm chilling with a female or whatever, and we just so happy to start fucking, if I ain't got no condom, I'm gone. I'm
Yeah,
a go. You
yeah,
feel me? And it just is and shit. I gotta go get tested. I'm gonna go get tested. And
yeah,
I just recently got tested in the beginning of February. Ain't nobody out here intentionally spreading no fucking diseases, none of that. But people mind are so simple. It just seemed like just because I got 7 women impregnated that I don't wear condoms.
yeah.
It can appear that way. I can understand why people ask that shit.
Do you think that you just like an anomaly as far as your ability to be able to get hoes and get boxed? Because a lot of these talking points on the internet, whether it's Clubhouse, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, or whatever, they say most men don't even get boxed. Do you think it's just
I don't,
you, or do you think it's your circle, or do you think it's the majority of guys that really getting boxed, and these stats is off?
man, I don't know what men do outside my circle. I know my circle, we good. You know what I'm saying? We good. I don't think it's an anomaly. I think it happened more than often, you feel me? And
Mm-hmm.
another thing, shit, I got the most pussy when I was broke. When I
Oh,
ain't had
you
nothing.
gotta talk about that, bro.
You know what I'm saying? That's all I can do. All I can do and know was to fuck. So I perfected that shit, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Uh, that's all I can do, bro. Like shit, I don't know what these niggas talking about these bitches with money now, niggas with money and shit like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
I got the most pussy when I was broke.
What about the women? Like, what is this a certain type of women? Is it all type of women? Is it chicks that be married? Is it chicks that's just inherently single? What type of women, you know what I'm saying, are you running into with this mindset?
It's all it's all type of class, and this is the thing because I heard people saying that like, oh, are you telling them that you're not going to be a father before sex? Who the fuck gonna say some shit like that? Who think about kids before sex? Why the fuck would I sit a woman down and be like, hey, if you get pregnant, I'm not going. Nobody talking about that dumbass shit.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? But it's all type of class of women. It's all type of class of women. So it's just I'm an honest person. Women like honest people, right?
Yeah. Well, see,
Women like honest men.
I've always said that if you be straight up, you'll get more box. Because I say that women want
And
it, like women want it sometimes worse more than the guy do. But I don't know why guys feel like they need to lie to chicks in order to get them to lay down or to get them to do what they want to do. I never believed in that. I've always from day one said that if you be straight up or you just be whoever you want to be, she gonna give it up anyway.
mm,
What do you
no,
think
that's a
about that?
fact. Just be straightforward. Just be straightforward. You gotta give a woman a decision and choice to fuck with you, man.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if they're gonna be giving your body. Even if the outcome might be a motherfucking baby, you still gotta give her a goddamn choice. You know what I'm saying? Up front, if she wanna deal with you.
Yeah.
You ain't gotta lie, bro. It's a lot of women out here. It's a lot of women out here. You ain't gotta lie and manipulate to get nothing from no woman, bro. Because trust me, if she not gonna do it, it's another one will.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And whatever you think, it's even the women that disagree with me,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? It still can be something. So you ain't got to lie to no woman, not at
So
all.
now, so now, because you are, because see, I've never heard you say it's not my fault, right? The one thing that I did hear you say in the video, to your credit, is you said, "Yo, I know what I'm doing. I'm taking responsibility for what it is that I'm saying, and I'm willing to deal with whatever comes along with it, right?" But then, based off of what it is that you telling me today, you said, "Listen, I ain't lie to these chicks. It ain't no secrets. You know what I'm saying? I was upfront with them or whatever like that." Do you think, in your personal opinion, that it's in this whole, women's rights era where women got the, choice to do what they want to do and things like that? How much responsibility do you think lies on a woman? Because you gonna catch all of the backlash, but I
Mhm.
don't see anybody saying anything about your baby mamas that also decided that they wanted to lay down with you and then turn, you know what I'm saying, to go along with whatever is going along with the narrative. Do you think that it's a failure? Because people, you said black guys is calling you, they holding you responsible, they all in your DMs. Do you think that there's a double standard when it comes to holding women responsible for what it is that they decide to do with their bodies also?
Yeah, because it's most women that's out speaking. You feel me? Men really don't come out and speak on topic. So it seems like, you know what I'm saying, women are being attacked, but if more men came out and speak, you know what I'm saying, it'll be a even playing field on these type of conversations. And I think the bulk of the responsibility on when it comes to pregnancy is on a woman, bro. A
Mm,
woman has to allow you to enter her, bro. She has to allow a man to enter her. If you giving that man a responsibility like that to I guess potentially get you pregnant,
mm,
that's on you. If you ain't telling this man, hey, wrap up, that's on you. If you ain't using no contraceptives, that's on you. That's on the woman, bro. Cause she gonna have to deal with that 9 month pregnancy, bro.
mm.
So if I was to put it in a percentage, it's 52% the woman's, you know what I'm saying, responsibility on if she get pregnant or not, and
Mm.
48 to the man.
52% of the woman, 48 to the man.
Mm-hmm.
What about women that then come around because you did say in your video then they try to reach out to you. Well, before we even get to that, what's
Okay.
the ratio of women that you say, yo, I'll pay for the abortion, I'll pay for you to get rid of it or whatever, versus the women that say, nah, forget all of that? What's the ratio of women that rock with it versus the ratio of women that don't rock with it?
I think about 7 out of 10 didn't go through it. You know what I'm saying? The other three was like cool. You know what I'm saying? And end up getting an abortion. It's not a lot, bro. But this is from me being 17 to now 27, over a 10-year span. You feel me? Like
Mm-hmm.
shit happened. I was being irresponsible. So my 30% within my you know what I'm saying, within my experience.
Hmm. But the other 70% is like, well, like, what is? Do they think about it? Are they contemplating it? Do they
I'm
just?
a, I'm a, I'm a, I'm gonna give you one example, right? This one of my baby mamas was actually married when I met her, and she's still married, and she kept the child. So check it out. One of the baby mamas is married, and she kept the child. Her husband don't believe in abortions. Why would you abort my child? So she couldn't get rid of that child. She couldn't get rid of that child. But she know as a woman who's the father of the baby. And that's one of the few that I know 100% sure she wasn't thinking about getting rid of that child, because that would have put turmoil into her life, raises suspicion. That's why I say these men out here are not even getting DNA tests on their fucking kids, even if it's their wife.
So wait, do he? So he don't have no clue then?
You probably have no fucking clue.
Oh no. He think it's his kid.
Thinking it's his kid. And then somebody gonna ask me, oh, I said this on one of my TikTok live. Somebody gonna ask me, so why? They said some shit about you don't respect their marriage. Fuck no, I don't respect they marriage. That's not my commitment. You
Mm-hmm.
feel me?
Mm-hmm.
That's not my commitment. I remember some female going live on the Daily Hip Hop Crew. You know what I'm saying? Saying that shit. Nah, it's not my responsibility. Yeah, I might be home wrecking, whatever the fuck you want to call it. At the end of the day, that is that woman's decision to
Mm-hmm.
make a decision if she want to cheat or not. And guess what happened?
So you met her when she was already married then?
When she was already married, bro.
Why did she say she was cheating, or was it just a moment? Was she looking to cheat, or it was just like it just happened, it's just what it was, it just is what it is?
When I feel like that her dude, he owned a lot of this happened in Houston. I met this lady at Whiskey Rivers about 4 years ago. You
And
know what I'm
you said in
saying?
Houston?
So yeah, I'm from Houston.
Shout out to my girl, Island Girl Q down there in Houston. I just want to give a cool shout out to my homie Q in
Yeah.
Houston. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah. Damn, I lost track.
No, no, no. You said Houston, you met her in Houston.
Okay,
The married
yeah,
chick. The married chick.
yeah. The marriage chick, I met her in Houston, but I don't know what question you had asked.
No,
I
I
done
was
lost
saying
track real
that,
fast.
like, did it happen on some like she was looking to cheat type junk, or did it happen on some just like you just met her on some like G
I
type?
think I think it was like I think it might have been like the heat of the moment, and we did have a conversation because we was at the bar. She was older than me at the time. I don't know. I don't. She had to be at least about 6 years older than me, so I had to be at least if I'm. She had to be at least like 29, and I was probably like around 23 at the time. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I think it was just the heat of the moment. You feel me? And she did have friends that were trying to pull her away from, like, you know what I'm saying, conversating with me and being as flirtatious because they knew she was married. But you know what I'm saying? At the end of the no, it wasn't that same night. It was like the next day. You know what I'm saying? We went out. Probably got like where we went. I can't even think of the spot name, but it's off 1960 and 249.
Where you
But we
meet
went
her
to a
at?
little
Where you
spot, you
meet
know
her
what
at?
I'm saying? At Whiskey Rivers.
What is whiskey? I'm
That's
not. I'm not from Houston, so I don't know what that is.
Whiskey Rivers is off. It's off 1960 and 249, and it's like a country. It's like a country club.
Mm-hmm.
Whiskey Rivers is like a big country club. Yeah, it's close by Willowbrook Mall.
Okay. And so you
Yeah,
met her. How long it take you to bust her down?
I think the next day. Yeah, it was the
So
next day.
you met her, and then you bust her down the next day.
The next day.
Was she with her homegirls or was she by herself?
She wasn't with her homegirls, because if she wasn't with her homegirls that night, I would have got her that night.
Oh, so you met her with
But
her homegirls. You met her with her
yeah, that's
homegirls,
what
and
I'm
you.
saying.
Wow.
The homegirls were like pulling her away. You know what I'm saying? Because she kept coming and talking to me and shit like that. The homegirls were like being good friends. Bitch, you married. You feel me? So that's why I said the next day when she wasn't around her friends that were holding her accountable. But I think that was just a can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. You
Okay,
good?
okay. I, I I think that was just what she wanted to do. I don't know if I played. I think I probably, you know what I'm saying. I don't even think I had the influence. I think that's just what she wanted to do, bro. To be honest with you.
Mm. So you pulled her with her homegirls, and she was like, "Nah, I'm
Nah,
done
she
with
approached
it."
me. Nuh-uh. She approached me.
She approached you.
She approached me.
When did she tell you that she was married? Before or after you bust her down?
When I asked and I seen that fucking ring on her finger,
So she had a ring on her finger, and she approached you.
and she approached me. That's the first thing. Oh, that's a nice ring. Bro, it get wild out here, bro. It get wild out here, bro. And I wouldn't bring her name up. I know exactly who she is. I wouldn't bring her name up. That, hey,
No, you don't. You
if you
don't
leave
believe in
Houston,
kiss. You don't believe in kissing and telling.
oh hell nah, hell nah.
A lot of dudes that
That ain't
believe
my
in
hey,
kissing and telling.
nah. Hey, if you in Houston and and you had a baby 4 years ago and you don't trust your bitch, hey, go get you a DNA test, bro. For real. She was 29 at the time. She might be what 33 right now. Yeah, go get you a DNA test. That's all I'm
Oh,
gonna say.
dog.
That's
Oh,
shit.
oh, dog.
That's for hey.
Oh, oh. Do
I
you
ain't
feel?
kissing
Do
and
you
telling
feel
some
sorry
shit.
for the dude? How do you even know it's yours?
Oh nah, we did. Yeah. Cause when I was telling you at first, women know who they father. We had to do one of them fucking little kit shits. Them little them kit. I don't know what it is. The baby kit. I don't know. She had got one of them motherfuckers. The DNA kit shit. I don't know what it's called.
How many
Maybe
times you bust
DNA.
her down? How many times you bust her down?
Just one time. After that, bro, she was like, "Oh, I made a mistake. All this. How can we do this?" I'm like, "Shit, it is what it is, man. Ain't nobody force you. You grown. Your ass is
So she
grown."
she she on some regret type junk. Like, did she
Yeah,
come over to
oh
your
yeah.
crib? Was it a where you bust her down at?
Oh no. I get hotel rooms. I don't believe in women coming to my house or I'm going to their house for situations just like that.
Mm,
You
mm.
feel me? For situations like that. But yeah, we got a room for shit show.
And so she so when you bust her down, you take her to the room or whatever, you get the room. Now what I'm wondering is these married chicks worse than the single chicks when it comes to what they willing to do?
They the same.
So the single chicks act the same way as the married chicks.
Same the ones I done met. But the married chicks, they like to talk about they being married and shit. You know what I'm saying? They like to put it out there, you know what I'm saying? Or they like to talk about their issues more. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear that shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear that shit. Like, cause you done already opened the door for me to get to you.
Mm-hmm.
Exchange number conversation, all that. If women believe y'all can be platonic with men, then shit meet me.
So you don't think that men and women can be friends?
Like it has to have some type of common denominator. It has to be something with business. It has to be something with you know what I'm saying. It has to be some type of common denominator. It
I've been
has to.
saying this. Yo, I've been saying this since the beginning of time. Everybody keep coming at me saying, no, Anton, men and women can be friends without any kind of junk like that. I'm saying that don't play out 99.9% of the time. So you don't believe that men and women can be friends without that chick having an ulterior motive of the dude having an ulterior motive
Yeah,
about to bust that chick down.
there's an alternative. That's an alternative motive. Either somebody getting taken care of or somebody getting fucked.
Y'all hear it? Y'all hear it? All right, so let me ask you another question then. So you stop messing with her, or she stopped messing with you?
Now, man, you know she stopped messing with me, bro. After she done found out that goddamn news, bro. She she want to blame me. That shit funny, bro. That shit funny, bro.
Mm.
You ain't tell me to put you ain't tell me to put no goddamn condom on.
She
And you
didn't.
married. Shit now.
So
This is
even
why I say
even the
women do
married
not.
chicks don't even tell you to put a condom on.
That's the only married chick I didn't ever. I don't, you know what I'm saying?
That's the only married chick you ever messed with, or that's the only married chick you got pregnant that you know of?
Oh, that's the only one I got pregnant.
So okay, so you don't discriminate. You don't care if the chick is married. You don't care if the chick is single. You like whatever. It's on.
Yeah, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like they life, they careers, their marital status. None of that. They ain't got shit to do with me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It has nothing to do with me. Do you feel me? And if you married and we going out on dates or going out on one date that end up leading to, you know what I'm saying, us fucking, that's exactly what you wanted.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what you wanted. You gave me what I wanted and you got what you wanted. Unfortunately, it was a kid that came out of that shit.
Mm-hmm. So you said a lot of these women then try to chase you down. Well, obviously she ain't trying to chase you down because she
So,
don't even want her husband.
your son,
So she don't even want her like she ain't trying to kick it. She like, yo, just I don't want to
yeah,
know you. Just act like I ain't never seen you. None of that.
yeah, facts. And I said some, cause I'm a damn. One of my baby mamas hit me up actually through my DMs, and I'm probably going to get her to you know what I'm saying, speak on her behalf and my behalf on the arrangement because she was the one that was cool with. She didn't want to be a single mother, but she was cool with not forcing me to try to do something or take care of a kid I didn't want. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like she knew that. She was like, okay, we both. She damn it. Not to say she think like me, but we have an understanding. You feel me?
Yeah.
She understand that. Okay, we both laid down there, made this baby up. She ended up getting pregnant, and she like, I'm not gonna force this up on you because if it was me and I didn't want the child, I aborted. So I'm gonna try to get her to speak. You know what I'm saying? One of these days, because motherfuckers, they just think I'm just completely abandoning these kids. But the stories are different, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's different stories, bro. Yeah, it's different scenarios,
Bring her through.
and it's crazy.
I want to see her perspective because it's very rare. See, you don't really get the perspective of dudes that is willing to say what's real. And then you also
Yeah,
have on the other side of the spectrum the woman that may see things similar as you. Because Dave Chappelle made a joke about it and he said, yo, if it's your body, your right, then it's my money, my right. And I shouldn't be responsible for taking care of the kid. Now I don't have a position on this one way or the other because I'm not in that position, right?
hmm
You see it that same way, right? You say, "Yo, I'm gonna take responsibility for what it is that I did, but I shouldn't be my responsibility to take care of the kid if it's your right to determine whether or not you keep it or not." Do you think that guys
yeah.
should have? Do you think that guys should have rights to determine whether or not the woman should keep the child or not, if they are responsible for taking care of the child financially?
Nope, not at all. We should have no rights to that woman's body, but we should have a right to choose if we want to take care of that motherfucking child.
Mm,
We shouldn't have no penalties. Because, like they say, it's been regurgitated for a minute now. They say women can abort their child, they can give it up for adoption, sign over their rights, whatever. They have no penalty for that shit.
mm,
Like, none whatsoever. To the extent that it actually really affect them.
yeah.
But a man don't have that. They don't even have that option. So if that woman can make the decision on her own, which she should, then allow men to make decisions if they want to be fathers to these kids, to most of these kids that have been born that most of these men don't want.
You know, with the black women, well, not even the black women, are all of these women that you smash black, or they just all different nationalities?
You know what? I said I want to speak on none. I
You
want to
don't
speak
have
on the
to. You
races.
don't have to. I don't want to
You
force you.
feel me?
That's cool.
No.
So,
But we'll get to it. We'll get to it. We'll get to it another time.
okay,
And this is
bet.
why, because it's a it's gonna add on to the shit that's already. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Oh,
look at this
you know
guy.
you already in it, right?
Yeah.
You
I'm
already in
already in
it,
it.
and so you know what the women gonna say to you. They gonna say who hurt you. They gonna say who hurt you. They gonna say it must be a woman that was in your past that hurt your feelings, and now you taking it out on women. They gonna say you got abandonment issues from your mama or something like that. You know that they gonna say that to you, right?
Hold on, I come from a two parent household, middle class. We own small businesses in land, so I ain't got no trauma when it comes to the parents. And it's another thing. This another thing. Parents, you can raise your children in the morals in the way that you want them to be raised within your household.
Mm-hmm.
Does not mean they're going to continue to adapt those morals and teachings when they get adults. So this has nothing to do with the raising of me. This just have everything to do on how I fucking think. People want to try to blame people like the parents and shit like that for grown motherfuckers' decisions.
Mm-hmm.
And if you do know, once that boy and them kids get 16, they start to develop their own mind because they searching for their motherfucking identity. So don't try to blame it on the parents. Ain't nobody hurt me. I'm just gonna stand on what fuck on the damn. I'm gonna stand on what the fuck I believe. You feel me?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And don't try to judge my morals because they not your morals. You feel me? You
Mm-hmm.
gotta stand on what the fuck you believe. Don't give a fuck about what nobody else think.
Yeah.
You feel me?
So I mean, it ain't like nobody is changing your mind. Let me ask you another question. Do you think that you've evolved since because you said since 17 all the way up until however old you are now, right? But do you think that you kind of seeing things differently, or you becoming more and more of what you already thought, or how you seen things because society is getting worse? People are more sexually promiscuous than they ever been. Do you think you're becoming more of that? Because like one of the things I wanted to ask you is, do you ever see yourself getting married or in a long term relationship, or you know what I'm saying, being with a mother or your kid or something like that? Considering that you didn't seen what you seen how women move.
Mhm.
That's married. You seen how these single chicks move. You see how grimy and you know, to a certain extent, in the same way that they hold you accountable, they have to hold the woman accountable. Do you ever see yourself, you know what I'm saying, being in a long term relationship or rocking out with a chick, like on some yo, we together type stuff?
Yeah, for sure. I see my mama be married to my father. You feel me? Of course, I see myself being married. I'm not about to go no marry no easy shit though.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? If you allow, even if I don't know, I just feel like you allow me to get access so easily. Why would I marry that, bro?
Mm-hmm.
I need a woman that's gonna put me in my motherfucking place. You feel me? If I'm getting out of line with her, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Somebody can stand on their own too. You feel me? Somebody that can, you know what I'm saying, communicate. It's a lot of things that go into it. You
So you
feel me? This is
so
different.
you substantiating the idea, and I say this also, that it's a lot of women that say, you know, well, guys don't talk to girls like me because I'm not as easy, or I don't look like the type that's even, you know, easy. And I say it's a difference between the girls that dudes want to marry, and the girls that dudes just want to bust down, right? And you saying basically, yo, I'll bust you down, but that don't necessarily mean that I look at you as a chick that I want to be with long term.
Facts.
Okay, so what do you say to the women that's then holding out or play hard to get or whatever like that, or it's not as easy to bust down? Like the chicks that look at themselves as good girls, but then see all of the other chicks that's getting all of the dudes and that's getting bust down.
I mean, shit. If they holding out, hey, hold out. Lie single and alone. If a motherfucker ain't gonna respect you,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? Lie single and alone. Don't be mad about it. You might not find your soulmate in this lifetime. You might not find your motherfucking husband or wife. Everybody not gonna get married, and I don't feel like everybody deserve that shit in the first place. So keep holding out or go settle.
Mm-hmm. Do you think that? What do you say to the women that say that you don't have no standards?
Shit, it's not. I don't have they standards. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
You can't put your idea or whatever the fuck you want somebody else on them. I don't have your standards. I don't have your morals, and it's cool like that. You not my kind. You feel me?
Mm-hmm. Why are guys? I'm sorry, not guys. Why do you think it's so easy for dudes like you to be able to bust down or easily find these chicks, whether they single, married, or whatever like that? Like, what's the nature of a woman? Because a lot of dudes, they say the statistics say that the majority of dudes is not getting boxed, right? And I don't know what that is. I don't know if it's because they playing Dungeons and Dragons, if they don't go outside, they just be in the house all day or what. Why do you think it's so easy for dudes like you to bust down or find chicks to give them box, but then dudes have such a hard time finding women that want to give it up?
I think you gotta at least look average looking. You feel me? Shit. At least just have. It could just be the confidence, cause it's ugly dudes out here. Really, you know what I'm saying? Getting
Hmm.
the same numbers. So I just think it's the aura, bro. I just think that if you confident, and another thing is women want to change me. women
What?
want to women want to change me. They want to, you know what I'm saying? They want to be that woman to conquer me. That's what it is, bro. I think it's a. I think women have this Napoleon complex or whatever when they want to conquer this man that seems like out of fucking control. But every woman want a man like that. You can't change me, and that's probably what it is. Oh, you think crazy? It's crazy. Why they pulling out their panties and shit? You crazy? I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, bro. It, I'm telling you, bro.
So you saying
Damn.
that these women know who you are. You ain't
Yeah,
finessing them, you ain't lying to them or nothing like that. But they know
don't
who
have
you
to.
are and they think that you gonna change for them.
Exactly.
That's wild,
I'm
bro.
gonna change for somebody. I'm gonna change for somebody one day. I will.
No, you not. No, you
When a
not.
woman,
No,
when
you not.
when
No,
a
you
woman,
not.
look, when a
How's you
woman
not
conquer
doing
me
it,
with
bro?
love,
You not doing it, bro. You so
I'm gonna change
wait.
one day, bro.
You don't even believe that. You hope that that's gonna happen, but you don't even believe that.
Nah, man. As hypocritical as it sounds, I want a wife and kids, bro. that I want. You feel me? I want wife and kids that I want. What? I'm being dead ass serious, bro. It's
You not gonna
hypocritical, but I
change.
ain't want.
You don't believe that you gonna
Shit.
change though.
Damn, you don't got no faith in me. You ain't
No,
got
I
no
think
faith in me,
that I
bro.
think that whatever chick that you wind up settling down with, she gonna have to be of the same mindset and just gonna have to truly understand and embrace whoever it is that you are. But I don't think that. I think that at the minute that you start to try to be something that you're not, when it comes to finding the person that you settle down with, is the time that you're gonna start talking about how unhappy you are.
Hmm.
Because if and I'm not saying that I agree with everything that you say, because you're not looking for people to agree with you. You just stating what it is the reality of the nature of what's happening out here. Because it's not like you don't understand what's right or wrong as far as taking responsibility and ownership of the situation. Is more or less, you coming to the conclusion that you want to do something different when you find yourself in a space to do it. So I don't think that you change who you are. I think that you start to embrace, because you even said it. You said it out your mouth. You said you can't change me.
Hmm.
You can't change me. I don't give a fuck who in my DM. I don't care what dude is saying something to me. I don't care what woman say that he's gonna change me while they pulling down their panties. You can't change me. So whoever it is, I think that it's either one or two ways that this is gonna happen. A, you're gonna either continue to be the way that you are, or B, you're gonna go through life experiences realizing that whatever you doing at the moment, you just tired of it and you want to do something different and it get old. Nobody want to continue to
Sound like
play the
me.
same video game for the rest of their life. Nobody want to continue. You know what I'm saying? Like you gonna evolve, you know, and change and be something, that you really want to become because you're gonna have a different goal and purpose at heart. But the person that you wind up getting into a relationship with long term, they gon' have a similar mindset as you, the person that you really want to be with.
Hmm.
That's my opinion. Though.
I think it don't have to be similar, but you do have to kind of understand. You feel me? You do have to kind of be like, my biggest thing is, man, don't, hey, make me work for it. You feel me? Make me work for it. Make me understand that you have your own set of standards and morals. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? That
Mm-hmm.
you gonna live by. But when I'm experiencing this shit, and I've been in relationships, you feel me? I've been in them. So it's just
Why
like,
why why not? Like what caused you to get out of them
oh man, that's when you let's just say this, when you with somebody, you just want to be with them, right? And when you bring in outside minds into the shit, not other men, but like family.
Mm-hmm.
When you bring that shit in there, bro, it's out the door.
Mm.
When y'all not a team, it's out the door. You feel me? So it's just like, yo, I done it.
Yeah, I feel you. What do you want to leave the people with? Because this is not the last time. I think I'm gonna bring you. You down to come on tomorrow?
Yeah, we cool, we got it.
I bet. So I'm gonna bring you on tomorrow, but I'm gonna let the people ask you questions tomorrow. We gonna let them have
Okay.
it. So everybody that's watching, if you feeling a certain type of way, um, and you want to ask a question, and we're gonna keep it respectful. You're more than welcome to be open to the
They can
possibility
be
of.
disrespectful.
You sure?
Oh yeah, they can be disrespectful. That's my favorite thing to do.
All right. So listen, you heard it from House of Hypocrites right here. Jesus Christ, bro. We gonna bring them back tomorrow, and y'all can say whatever y'all think y'all want to say. I'm going to give preference to the women. All right, I'm gonna tell y'all that right now. To the women that want to come up on the panel tomorrow, and you have something to say. I see y'all typing in the chat, y'all giving y'all thoughts and all of this other type of stuff. To the women that are in the chat right now, and there's well over 1,600 of y'all in here right now. To the women that's in the chat, you are more than welcome to prepare your questions, hold House of Hypocrites accountable, and give your thoughts. Just be prepared with whatever come with that. He said, if you keep it respectful, you're going to keep it respectful. If you get disrespectful, it is what it is. I'm going to bring them back tomorrow. Two things. First, tell them, I'm going to put it in the chat after, or not the chat, the description after the show. I'm going to put all of the links to all of your social media so people can follow you and reach out to you and get in touch with you. What's your social media? All of the things that you own, because I'm sure it's a lot of fake people and fake pages out here that's probably acting like
Yeah,
they right now.
I was mainly on TikTok. I'm on Instagram. I just made a Twitter, and I don't got no Facebook. I ain't got no Snapchat. And what's the next one? In the YouTube, House of Hypocrite. My social media has the same picture on them motherfuckers. So when you get to it, you'll get to it.
Okay.
But everything is House of Hypocrites.
Okay. Okay. So that's A. And then B, what do you want to leave the people with today specifically? Because we're going to do it tomorrow. But what do you want to leave the people with as far as like your final thoughts? Maybe about the conversation, what you're seeing online in a general sense. What do you want to tell the people? Like, what are you leaving with? What's your final thought?
Either you gonna do the fucking or get fucked. I'm just saying, I'm gonna see you tomorrow, bro. Either you gonna do the fucking or you gonna get fucked. That's what I want to leave y'all with.
Oh, House, you a
I'd
mess,
rather be
bro.
a look,
You
look.
crazy,
I'd
bro.
rather be
You
a
are
villain.
nuts.
I'd rather be a villain than a victim. I'd rather be a villain than a victim.
All right. Hey, bro, I'm gonna have to bring you to Detroit, bro. I'm gonna have to have you come up to Detroit, man. I'm gonna have to send you a ticket, man.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to be in one of these in-person panels, bro, because I got to get you up here with these chicks and express your thoughts. All right, so we're gonna kick it offline. I'm gonna kick it. We're gonna do the same thing tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. House, I appreciate you, bro. Thank you for being real and telling your story and jumping up on the panel, my friend, man.
Appreciate you, bro.
All right, I'm gonna see you tomorrow.
All right.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. So, the one thing that I like to do in particular is I like to give the people an opportunity to be able to say what they want to say, right? I have my opinions about a lot of different things. I'm about to read the super chats before we go over to the next story. I have my opinion about a lot of different things, but I have the opportunity to give my opinion anytime I want when I'm reacting to videos, when I'm playing the videos, and so on and so forth. When I have a guest up, I want them to say what they think. What they think. All right? And so if you feeling a certain type of way, if you feeling froggy, right, don't ask me to do it. You do it. you'll have the opportunity to be able to have the conversation with them. Tomorrow, I'm going to dedicate the whole show just to House. You guys will have more opportunity to, the ladies in particular. If you feel in a certain type of way, don't just type hard in the chat. You know tomorrow is going to be a whole show. You're going to have an opportunity to be able to take your bonnet off, get yourself together, have your good lighting on, and then be able to have a conversation with House. I'm going to make the whole show tomorrow about House. You'll have the opportunity to be able to have the conversation with him. Don't sit here and say that I didn't give you the opportunity. Don't sit here and say that you didn't, you know what I'm saying, talk about it. Don't ask me to do nothing that you're not willing to do yourself. My goal is to be able to get the information, and then we're going to have the conversation. Now I'm giving you the opportunity to be able to kick it with House and then tell him what you really, really think. So link is going to be in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat. The ladies will get an opportunity to be able to say what they really want to say. If you want to ask them a question, if you want to hold them accountable, you will be able to do that. Don't say that I ain't never did nothing for you. So let me read some of these super chats and let me get to it. All right. Enos Luby says, UK, we got on the side. We got you on this side of the pond. Shout out to the homies over in the UK. I appreciate you. Quentin, my dog, says for the algorithm. Quentin is one of them loyal ones, yo. Milton M, shout out to you, says, what up, Anton? I hope to one day represent the D as well as you do. Appreciate you, friends. Let's see. Self-Made Forever says, Anton, when are you going to go on Fresh and Fit? I want to see how that battle would go between you and Myron. One advocates for marriage and one doesn't. I don't think I'm ever going to go on Fresh and Fit, to be honest with you. First and foremost, I don't think that I'll ever be invited. Secondly, it's just not really my audience. And that's cool. I think that they do some phenomenal things over there. Just not for me, right? You know what I'm saying? So I'm cool. I'm chilling. Figure shit out says, not even going to address the homie. What about the women that kept making babies with him? Do they know? The first two of you can give him a pass. He didn't have that rep yet. Number 3 through 7 need brain scans. Shout out to you for the 10 ball. Blake Neo 1 Gibbs says, dude, just get a vasectomy. He want to have kids one day that he wants to take care of. Classy Beat says, what man of value has the time to deal with all of this? Shout out to Classy Beats. I appreciate you, bro. Loving what you're doing over there. Jazz Wizman says, Logic want to ask where those babies were conceived at. Was it at the club, a car, a party? He said it. He said it. He did it at the hotel room. Smart man in that he didn't, he does not take the chicks back to his house. I be telling y'all that all the time. A lot of guys see things the same way. We just on two different ends of the spectrum of how it is that we live our life. Jaquel PF says, fail to plan is planning to fail. $1,000 vasectomy. Thank you, Jaquel. I appreciate you. Intelligent Savage 629 says, salute, bro. Keep doing your thing. I appreciate you. Thank you for the fireball, my friend. Forsaken Archives says, I need that abundant mindset. It's over here, big dog. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat. We doing some dope things in the Patreon. I got some exclusive videos, and we got the Patreon meetup coming soon. I Hate Myself says, I'm a queen. I don't know. What? Self-Made Forever with the fireball says, I hope that the feds see this live and come and get this man immediately. 100 years. Throw away the key. This is why there is a single mother epidemic. Shout out to you for the fireball. Johnny Van Johnson says that Omega Seamaster is clean. It's clean. Time dog, I'm finna get the white face one. You can do that when you ain't got 7 kids. Y'all wild. Island Girl Q, straight from Houston, says, can I get the name list of your baby mamas? He said he was going to talk to them and find out if they want to have a conversation. Shout out to Kingdom Minded with the 20 ball says, sir, can we donate this fella some coaching calls? Craving and bragging on sex with a multitude of random unvetted partners is spiritually dangerous. I hear this behavior often in these spaces. You could impact his life. Shout out to Kingdom Minded. I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you for always supporting the show, love. Q says, Cap, I'm friends with Anton and another homeboy of mine. He can't be friends because he can't control his D. She talking about the conversation where we talking about can men and women be friends. But Q, we are the 0.01%. The rest of the 99% of people, he's showing you. He's showing you. He living it. Self-Made Forever says he literally saying he would bust. Nah. Yeah, I mean, he can. No, and this is fair. He said he literally saying he would buzz Rita down right behind Anton back if he ever got the chance. That's not what he said. He said he's dealt with married women. He doesn't have a relationship with the guy. He didn't say he'll bust down his homeboy's wife. See, y'all always taking things out of context. But more importantly, is it his responsibility to control who it is that he busts down, or is it my responsibility to have my chick in order? See, y'all not really listening to what's being communicated. Is it his responsibility to make sure that I got my chick in order, or is it my responsibility to ensure that my household is tight? Because you can't get mad at the player, you got to get mad at the game. I can't get mad at him. Now, I may not necessarily do that because that's what I stand for. But I can't get mad at him for doing what it is that he do. It takes two people to tango. So you got to get your chick in order to prevent her from being in this position where she's going to then fall into this lap. It ain't his responsibility for me to get my house in order. It's my responsibility to have my chick in order. I don't know what y'all thinking. I don't know how y'all see that. It's your responsibility to deal with your chick. It's not his. And that's why y'all find yourself in a situation where y'all chicks is having kids that's not y'all's. Financially Sound says, I'm sorry, but why we giving this Pookie a platform? His mama was married. Why he need a woman to put him in his place? He need to be the leader. I like to have conversations with everybody. I don't like to be in an echo chamber. I don't want to just be around people that agree with me on everything that I say. I want to be around people that disagree, that have a different perspective, because it allows for me to actually learn more and substantiate my arguments more effectively, because I can then parse through the data and parse through people's real life experiences, including my own. So I think that it's important for us to give people a platform that may or may not agree with you. I think that he was a cool dude. We just see things differently as far as how it is that we live our lives, and that's okay. Get Drevel 2 says, love the content, just join the Bag Chasers. Can we get a round of applause for all of the new Bag Chasers and the Patreon members? Q says, now Anton never coming back to Houston. Houston is... Q, you already know how I feel about Houston. Ladies need to do better. Stop trying to change men. His baby mamas are dumb. The last 6. Agreed. No need to say says, when a man is just looking for sex, he isn't looking for standards. If he doesn't love the woman, he will not love or feel responsible for the child. Even a playboy has standards for wife material. Thank you for the 20 ball, and that is very, very profound, and it's 100% true. I agree with it. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate you for holding down the platform. Kingdom Minded says, snatch him out the fire before the Reaper gets him. Y'all is wild. OMA, the new Jay Prince on the rise content strategy. Oh, no, I think this guy got Jay Prince beat by a mile. That's just my honest opinion. Cosubs, thank you for the 2 ball. I appreciate you. Haley Master says, just a question. Would you want a man like that around your daughter? What are you talking about? He's 30 and my daughter is 15. It's not the same. It's not the same. And again, having a conversation with somebody that see things differently from you, and thank you for the 20 ball, is much, much different than the man that I would vet for my daughter to marry. Like, you can't conflate the two. Respectfully. Centennial G says, I just looked at the founder of Babies, 5 Babies. Good Lord. He can control his seed. Send him to Granbia. I thought you was going to say Gambia. Ladies, do better decisions. And we're not going to remove the responsibility from the ladies. Let me give a special shout out and hold down. And I saved this one for last, for purpose and resilience. Says, thank you, brother Anton, for being the Thanos that we need. Keep snapping your fingers, brother. You have my support and respect. Been rocking with you for years and will continue to. The Black Thanos for life. I'm the darkest angel. I'm the darkest angel. Thank you, Purpose and Resilience, for the 100 ball. You are officially a sponsor of the show. I appreciate you. I love you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I know we got Centennial G. I'm going to get to the next super chats very shortly after we get to the next part of this show. But let me just give an announcement. Again, thank you to everybody that contributes to the platform, super chats, cash apps. You guys are very much appreciated. In addition to that, make sure you hit a like for the YouTube algorithm, subscribe to the channel, turn on your notifications. And then last but not least, tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat. We definitely going to be having a conversation, and we're going to have the uncomfortable conversations. But more importantly, the Patreon is a place where you get all of the entertainment, the uncensored interviews, and then more importantly, the game. I give the game and I show my receipts. I show my bank account. I show how much I make on social media. I show how much I make my W-2s, my 1040s. I show all of that inside of the Patreon. So if you're not a part of the Patreon, The link is in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat. But more importantly, it's a lot of game on how it is that you need to structure your life, manage your finances, budget your money, how you can level up in corporate America, how to interview more effectively, how you can leverage social media in order to be successful. I got an upcoming webinar with Pocket Watching with JT to answer all of your tax questions or all of your business questions or how to start a business and everything like that. So there's a gold mine of information that is available in the Patreon, and it's $15. So shout out to y'all. I will be reading super chats shortly again. Keep them coming. I love y'all. I am highlighting every single super chat because I do not want to miss any. But I want to have another conversation. And again, let me just make this announcement. I'm bringing in House, and I'm going to put all of his social media inside of the description. I'm going to bring him on tomorrow. And I'm going to give you guys an opportunity to be able to ask him or have a conversation with them ladies. And I don't want to hear any excuses. Cam up. Tell him what you think. Ask him whatever question that you want to ask him. And it's going to go down. So make sure y'all tuned in. Make sure y'all hit a like for the YouTube algorithm and turn on the notifications. Let's explore another part of the conversation, ladies and gentlemen. So what you're seeing here are two of my favorite people. These are two of my favorite people. Let me tell you why these are two of my favorite people. You're going to have Tasha K and Tony the Closer. Now, a lot of you may be familiar with my spat, or maybe not, with Tony the Closer, but from my perspective, that's under the bridge because he doesn't affect anything that we have going on here one way or another, so I don't have an opinion of him. His disagreement with me was based off of my aligning with Charleston when him and Charleston fell out, right? Just giving y'all a little bit of context behind the history of how I see things, right? In addition to that, and again, I'm in Miami every other weekend. I'm going to have a good time. Nothing popping. He do his thing. I do my thing. We in two different lanes. But he had a disagreement with me because I give Charleston the platform to say whatever it is. And I thank y'all for the super chats. Thank you, MB, everybody. I'm going to continue to read the super chats. I give people the platform to say what they want to say uncensored. Now, if you want to see that uncensored interview, it's inside of the Patreon. The link is in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat. He talks about his thoughts about Tasha K. He talks about his thoughts about Tony the Closer. But who didn't see this coming a mile away? Now, one thing that I learned about people, and one of the reasons why I titled this Loyalty, and I went on this whole rant in the beginning about how the people that rock with me really, really rock with me, and I love y'all for it. There's a pattern amongst a lot of different people that fall out with a lot of different people. Now, I don't have, and I have not seen this yet, and people sent this to me. I don't have an opinion about it one way or another, so I'm going to be objective. However, you got to start paying attention to the signs. And when a person continuously is having problems with their close friends, allegedly, and it always goes out the same type of way, you have to start asking yourself some questions. Without further ado, let's go ahead and deep dive into this because I want to play the video. And apparently they did a live where Tasha K allegedly must have said something about him or something like that. I don't know. I have not watched it yet. But I want to react to it in real time. So thank you for sending me this. Thank you for keeping me afloat, chat, on what's going on out in these YouTube streets, because there are lessons to be learned as a result of taking this information in. So let's go ahead and play what happened when they went live on Instagram with Tasha K, her assistant, and Tony the Closer.
Insinuating that I don't actually do this and I don't have successful students that have made millions doing it, I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you.
You don't want to call no more names, so you're speaking like the educated black man that you are.
Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Anything else you want to say? The floor is yours.
Thank you.
All right.
Like a bipolar segment.
This is what $20,000. I spent
honey, we all have the same views. We all have an ocean.
So what Tony is doing right now is showing his view, and he says he spends $20,000 a month. His budget is $20,000 a month. Now, I got to be objective. Tony told me well, he didn't tell me directly when I invited him on the link for him to jump on the live when we were having a conversation, when I was going back and forth about how you gonna have something to say about me giving Charleston White the platform to say what he want to say. Tony, because I was showing my receipts of what I spend a month, and Tony told me that he spends over $250,000 a month. He spends over $100,000. He spends over $200,000 a month. This is just real. He told me that he spends over $200,000 a month. On this video in particular, he said he spends $20,000 a month. So now you got to ask yourself, we got to look at it with the evil eye. That's what he said. All I'm doing is pointing it out. Let's continue.
We're on some good energy. Let him.
I spend $20,000 a month because I can afford it.
Let him give us
my girl also spends another $10,000 a month on hers, so that's $30,000 a month.
Tasha, how much do I spend a month?
So maybe he's saying that he spends $20,000 a month on that particular place, but his spending is over 100 and over 200. So if that's the case, then I'll say, okay, cool. Well, then that'll make sense. Either way, apparently he getting money. So I don't have nothing negative to say about something. Because listen, when you remove the emotion and when you remove the feelings, you can start to look at things objectively. So I'm not against Tony. I'm against Tony being against me. But then I don't have anything negative to say about Tony because dudes that get money get money. If you get money, I'm getting money, then get your money. If he's spending $20,000 a month on his place, then you got to be getting the bag. If he's spending the equivalent of $250,000 a year, not including maintenance, on his place, and then he's spending another $10,000 a month on his girl's place, then he got to be getting money. So shout out to Tony. That's a bag chaser. Shout out to the bag chaser. Shout out to the dude that's getting money. I can rock with that.
$30,000 a month in rent.
Oh, okay. He did it. He clarified it. He said he spent $30,000 a month in rent. All right. I'm rocking with that. I'm rocking with it.
Our life is really good. You know, it's funny. It's funny to watch people try to use the black woman narrative as you sat here and try to disrespect the black man, and then you want to come back around and try to play the whole. Like, first and foremost, I showed you nothing but respect and love. You got your black ass up here and act like a pure nigga on the internet. Like, so you brought your black ass up here. You brought your black messy ass up here, and you got on the internet. And not only did you disrespect me, but then you started disrespecting my girlfriend. Chelsea, until you can fix your edges, don't talk to me. I'm not talking to no girl with that glue on shit on the front of your fucking forehead. Girl, you got that glue on shit.
Hey. Hold on, dog. Now look at her edges. Dog, you can't unsee the edges now. Hold on. You can't unsee her edges now. You can't unsee her edges. I gotta give him credit. That was a good one. That you can't unsee the eyelashes and the edges now. He said until you can fix your edges, you shouldn't even be talking to me. Looking like a whole fool up there. And her eyes is cross-eyed too. Now that you're looking at it. Oh, her eyes are so. Why is her eyes cross-eyed? And her head is crooked. Oh man. That's what happened when you bring a knife to a gunfight. Don't let your assistant get into a conversation with me because it's not going to go good. You talking to a whole nother ball game, Chelsea. I guess that's what he said her name was Chelsea. I can't unsee her edges now, though. All right, let's continue. Edges aside, let's continue.
Forehead, you a little tacky little hoe. Just shut up. No,
I don't have to shut up.
You a tacky little hoe. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to Tasha. I'm talking to this little broke hoe over here. This little broke hoe over here got too much to say. Like, she got too. I'm not arguing with no broke hoe. This the same girl that you were just talking about. You gotta figure out how you can fire her without consequence.
Yes.
This is literally the same girl that you just told me you were trying to figure out how you could fire without consequence.
That dude is dropping bombs. He dropping. Wait a minute. This dude said that's the same chick that you was just telling me, and you was trying to figure out how to fire her without consequence. This looks like it wasn't friends. Listen. Let this be a lesson from a financial perspective. Let this be a lesson. Learn to separate the difference between friends and business partners. Now, you can do business with people that you don't necessarily want to be friends with, but they still have to have good character. The caveat to that is never tell somebody your thoughts, your secrets, or show them the inner workings of your life when they're not a friend. Keep it 100% business. Learn to separate the two. Do not start telling your business to somebody that you only look at from a business perspective. Share business, things that you need to work on, take care of, be strategic. There's learned lessons that come along with this. Stop over talking about things that people that are close and loyal to each other, it would never turn on each other, right? I know people, I'll give you an example. I know some very, very famous people, and I know they managers, and some of their managers are no longer managing them for whatever reason. But their managers will never turn on them, even though there's some things that could absolutely destroy them. They don't tell their secrets. They don't do none of that, because the foundation of what it was that they established from the beginning was that even though we don't necessarily see eye to eye anymore, I have enough respect for you as your friend and a person that was loyal to you that I would never do that to you. This ain't friendship. Whatever show that they had coming up together, whatever working relationship that they had together, this ain't that. They should have kept it 100% business. But I'm going to go ahead and play it out.
Y'all got online and you disrespected, you slandered and defamed my name and my business.
Hey, listen to me.
All because the same editor that edits your podcast but it's cool because I'm gonna sue the fuck out of you. And one thing about it, when I tell you I'm gonna sue your black ass, I'm gonna sue the fuck out of you.
Sue me, Tony. Sue me. Get in line. Listen, I didn't get online and disrespect you.
Yes, you did. Y'all was having a conversation about gay niggas in my name. Don't play with my name like that. Y'all was talking about gay niggas in my name. Don't you even talk about no gay nigga when you talking about me.
Tony?
Don't talk about no.
Y'all should have edited this clip first before we start getting into this. I ain't know they was going deep. How deep is this going to go? Maybe I should have got a lineup on my beard before I started having this conversation today.
Gay shit when you talk about me, because ain't no faggot in me. Don't play with my name. Don't play with my motherfucking name. And that's when I said ho. Because you're not going to play with my motherfucking name. Not one motherfucking time is you bitches going to play with my name. Fuck that.
Yo, what kind of phone do he got and what kind of phone do she got? Because he got a master microphone on his phone, and her phone is like, every time he talk, he drown her out. She should have got a better phone before she started having a conversation with Tony on live, because this dude don't give two flying F's at all.
Me fucked up.
Breathe, Tony.
Oh, I'm breathing.
Okay.
No, I'm going to sue you too, though. Just know that.
Right.
You bitches got online and said that I don't really do real estate. I don't own real estate and all that shit. I'm going to sue the fuck out you.
Okay. All right, Tony, cool. Sue me. Cool. Here's what I'm going to say. Nobody called you. I said that's some faggot shit for you to get online and
you got
call
your
another
ass online talk about some shit that your husband edited. Shut up.
However.
Shut up.
Who are you saying shut up to? You. Tony.
You a damn fool.
Tony.
You a clown. You doing clown shit. You doing some straight clown shit.
Tony.
Yo, she trying to play it off so smooth. I'm going to be honest. She trying to play it off so smooth. I don't know how you can play it off. He doing a whole disrespectful monologue on you. And I don't know the details of it, so I can't say whether you deserve it or not. But if it's true what it is that he's saying, then he got a right to call you every name out of the book. That's just real.
Tony. I was not talking about you. Nobody called you a faggot. I said that's some faggot shit. There were some faggots that we were talking about on this live. They're not here. I said I have post-traumatic stress disorder. Where did you go? Tony, where did you go?
You playing right now. You on some goofy shit. You been disrespecting my girl when my girl gave your ass. My girl gave you free clothes that you never even used, never paid or nothing. You a trifling nigga, bro. You gonna disrespect my girl.
He said my girl gave you clothes. My girl gave you free clothes. How did she disrespect this girl?
My girl ain't been nothing but nice to you when she didn't want to fuck with you. She only gave you them clothes based off me. You was begging for her clothes for weeks on weeks on weeks. You kept begging me for shit from Nicole. You kept asking me to get Nicole's clothes the whole fucking time, and then you get your black nasty ass up here and disrespect my girl. You a trifling hoe. You a trifling hoe. My girl ain't want to fuck with you from the beginning. You try to get her to come and do interviews and all kind of shit, and she wouldn't do it. You a clown. You a clown.
This is what I'm talking about. This is
you
what
a clown.
Men, this is what gay.
You a clown.
This is what gay men do.
You was out here begging me for motherfucking the clothes for fucking weeks, and then she didn't want to do it. Then you motherfucker, let's do an interview.
Why she can't talk about the facts? Did she say it or did she not say it? Is he telling the truth or is he not saying? Listen, don't resort to talking about this is what gay men do. No, it has nothing to do with your homosexuality of whether or not you actually substantiate your argument. Listen, I'm not the biggest Tony the Closer fan at all. However, I'm not going to just not be objective and ignore exactly what it is that he's substantiating right now. We're not going to ignore it and act like he not nuking this chick right now. He going in. You can't start throwing names and saying this is what gay men do just because you don't necessarily like his argument. You got to argue against the points. You can't argue against the person. You can't just call me names because I'm telling you that my girl didn't want to mess with you and she gave you some free clothes even though she didn't want to rock with you in the first place. You're going to have to substantiate your argument, babe.
She ain't want to fuck with you. Tony. You give your ass clothes and then you don't even give them to your fucking assistant. You a clown.
Tony, listen.
That's a fake laugh. That's a fake laugh.
And you know I'm about to post all the text messages shit because you a clown. Whatever you beg me for her shit, then you go disrespect my girl that never did nothing to you. You are a trifling.
For the sake of conversation, let me give y'all another tip. Stay off of text messages for things that you don't necessarily care for or things that you don't want to be screenshotted. When I send a text message, I'm very strategic about who I'm sending a text message to. Now, the people that I'm loyal to or the people that's loyal to me, we have no limits because that's just how we rock. But when you're doing business with people, stop sending things that you don't want to be exposed out to the public because then this is what's going to happen.
Bitch. You gonna disrespect my girl? You gonna body shame her when all these bitches already fuck with her? You a trifling black bitch. You a trifling black bitch. Don't play with my fucking girl. Tell your husband to see me. Tell your fucking husband to see me. You motherfucking dirty black bitch. You the worst example for these motherfuckers.
Okay, Tony, you done? You done? Are you done? Tony. I'm gonna let you calm down. Are you done? I told you that's what them gay men be doing. That's why they be calling each other faggots and stuff like that. Mm-hmm.
You body shame my girl, you call me a gay man?
Tony.
She get picked on online by black women every fucking day. And you try to play with my girl.
Hey,
you try to play with a girl that did nothing but be nice to you. She did nothing to you. She did nothing to you.
And neither did Chelsea.
Chelsea was in there fucking instigating and calling me a faggot, you dumb bitch. Nicole did nothing to you.
And
she's nothing but nice to you. And you gonna body shame her. You a clown. You a goofy ass bitch.
Tony, listen. That's
you a goofy ass bitch.
Tony, that does not bother me. Call me all the bitches you want, okay? Call me whatever you want to call me, okay? Okay? I'll be that. I'm that. Does that make you feel better?
No, it's gonna make me better when you tell your husband to pull up.
My husband
we can handle it.
Not a thug. He's corporate.
Pussy.
He doesn't pull up. He's not a thug. He doesn't carry a gun or anything. Mm-mm.
We don't need no guns. We don't need no guns.
But he don't fight either.
No
Come on.
Guns.
My husband works behind computers. Come on, Tony. He's not about that life. Seriously. Tony. My husband is out working.
Ooh, and he left.
Leave.
Oh, oh man. Oh man. I see y'all with the super chats. I'm gonna be reading it. Oh man. Yo, when you nuke somebody and then you just walk out and you just leave them on a live by themselves and they don't know how to respond to it because they don't have no recourse to be able to talk to you. Oh, he played that masterfully. He played that masterfully. Well done, Tony. Well done. Well done. Addressing the hyenas exactly how you're supposed to address them. Well done, Tony. Well done. Let's see what she has to say. Her final words are.
What? I was trying to get the man. Why did he leave? Y'all go follow Nicole. I think her name is I forgot her name. That's some whole shit though. That's some whole shit. You can't listen. And I ain't listen. He ain't gay, but that's how gay men act. That's
No, don't walk it back now.
He was triggered about that.
Don't walk it back.
He was triggered. Nicole is very, very beautiful. Yes, she is. Okay, but you come for my people.
Ain't no way you can walk that back. Listen, there's no way you can walk that back because first you're gonna have to deal with that chick with the edges named Chelsea, and you're gonna have to substantiate why you was trying to fire her. And you see, he hurry up and got her off the live. She hurry up and got her off the live. She got her up out of there. That's A. B. You can't start calling my girl beautiful and stuff after you was talking bad about her if that's what she was doing in the first place. Messy. Miss. But he addressed it. Tony has no problem going on live and going back and forth with somebody and addressing it accordingly. So, again, kudos to him for addressing it appropriately. Man, she looked bad. She looked absolutely bad after that, and I'm not really sure. I don't really think it affects her either way. I don't think, she's not going to lose an audience member or anything like that, but the lesson from this whole thing, ladies and gentlemen, is be careful who you call friends, be careful who you call family, and be careful to separate it from the people that you're just doing business with. Let me go ahead and read some of these super chats and see what y'all think about this whole situation. Centennial G says, I just looked at, oh yeah, I read that one. Shout out to Centennial G. Mel Duke says, women are taking the venom energy like it ain't nothing. He said, I'd rather be the venom than the victim. But you can't fault him for being a hunter. That's what he was talking about, a House of Hypocrites. Shout out to House of Hypocrites. Thank you, Mel Duke. He said it. He said, I'd rather be the hunter than the hunted. Blaze Skywalker sent an email waiting on a response. Love, brother. Shout out to Blaze Skywalker. I get Rita on that immediately. Rita's actually taking a nap right now. I appreciate you for the 20 ball, Blaze. Kenneth Percival says, top of the day, big coach. What's your thoughts on the Math Hopper responding to Charleston White threatening to grape his daughters? I don't have an opinion at all. A, I don't know nothing enough about it. And B, because I know Charleston will speak on it directly himself. I don't have a thought on it one way or another because I don't know enough about math and I don't know what Charleston's relationship with math is. The only time that I ever talk about Charleston is things that me and Charleston is working on. And I stay out of it. So Charleston got his own opinions. He's his own man and he handles his own battles. I will say this. Well, no, I won't. I'll just wait till I'll be with Charleston very, very soon, and we're gonna address it accordingly. So I got some new interviews and some stuff that y'all not even familiar with that's in the can. Charleston got some really, really interesting things to say about a lot of things. So why address it here when we're gonna address it on our weekly podcast that I drop? So for those of you that are a part of the Patreon, you will see the response for what Charleston really believes. In addition to that, you will also get some of the clips on YouTube. But my bag chasers and my Patreon members are the only people that get the full interview. So Charleston can say what he can address it accordingly. And then we talk about whatever we talk about on that black couch. Don't do coke in the bathroom. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Thank you for the 10 ball. MB says, Brother Anton, you are appreciated. Thank you for being a light at the end of the darkness. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate you and thank you for the 5 ball. Silver Lion says, Tasha 2-sized eyed with full moon head edges. Y'all are crazy. Thank you, my friend. Lenore's Holistic Healing. Oh, I like that. Thank you for being you, considering becoming a bag chaser. What you waiting on, Lenora? Listen, there is no community of people or group of people that's going to be better than the people that's in the Bag Chasers. For all of y'all that's a part of the Patreon, make sure y'all also tap into the Discord. The Discord is linked under any of the most recent videos. Click the link, join the Discord, and then we also going to be linking up in person all throughout the year in multiple different cities: DC, Atlanta, Dallas, Miami. We just came from Miami. We did New Year's Eve in Miami. Los Angeles, Las Vegas, New York. We go all over the country meeting up with our people, and so we're going to start that in April. Shout out to Lenora. She's going to become a bag chaser. I'm telling you right now, Lenora is going to be a bag chaser. Brock says, Pastor Love Albring, this is wild. Thank you, Brock, and I appreciate you. It is wild. Intelligent Savage at 629 says, now Tony played nice in the sandbox. You cannot see the edges after that. You can't unsee edges after that. Salute to AD on the content. Man, we going to cook up every single day, Monday through Friday on the Millionaire Morning Show. You know what we do. Also, Almond Eyes 78. I love that name. I don't know why I love that name. Says, Tony stay crunk. We saw that when he was on TLA. He do. He get it in. He can hold his own. Derek T says, y'all see her drinking her Alpha Juice company? We do. We do. We've been running the numbers up with Alpha Juice. They paused all of their sponsorships simply because they have a transaction in which they're being acquired by a larger company. So put that on hold. We're going to evaluate our relationship and we're going to ask for a bigger bag because Anton sold a lot of Alpha Juice. Shout out to Jeffrey Woodland says, my enemies, frenemies, Eve's first CD from 1999. Shout out to you. I'm coming back to Michael Jones because I got to highlight the people that's contributing a significant amount. John Doe says he challenged her husband and she doesn't need to because he doesn't fight. That's a bad look for her husband. She's out of order. The thing about it is that your husband is supposed to have things in order with your chick in the first place, but because she's the forefront face of whatever it is that they got going on, it's hard for him to be able to wrangle that in. Reginald Jenkins II says, I have never super chatted, but Anton's stream is killing my soul energy. Remember, there is black excellence people, not just today. But Reginald, you also got to take this into consideration also. I highlight the good, I highlight the bad, I just give you the truth, and then I give my thoughts as a result of it. I also allow people to be able to get their thoughts out on this platform uninterrupted because I'm curious as to why they think the way that they think. So the same way that I had Jay Rello on, then I had the Passport Bro on to give me his perspective, and they had two completely different perspectives. It's y'all responsibility as audience members and people that actually watch the show to then parse through the data that's being given to you and then come to a conclusion. So my job is to give you the information. Your job is to figure out what to do with it. Shout out to y'all. Kenneth Percival says, falling back in line, coach. Let's get it, Kenneth. Let me give a shout out, another special shout out to not only all of the people that contributed to the platform, but the people that actually hold me down with a significant amount because you know we can't do this without you. I appreciate you. Mike Jones says, good afternoon, Anton. Hope all is well. Referring to Tasha K's segment, as the saying goes, your friends close and your enemies closer. It's crazy out here, Mike. First of all, let me say that I appreciate you for the 100 ball. But secondly, you are absolutely right. You have to keep a close eye and keep people close to you that then give you the insight and information on what's going on in these streets. And it's bad out here. It's absolutely bad out here. But with social media and the internet, we don't really know what we don't know because this is still a new frontier in which people are dealing with things and working with people and dealing with people in a way in which they're not used to. We didn't used to have this much access to people and the internet and social media to be able to air out all the business. The business was usually just aired out in your own little area. Now, things are messy and we still trying to figure out how to parse through and utilize this information for good. But we're going to figure it out. But I do thank you. I thank you for everybody that contributed $1 all the way up to $5, all the way up to 100. Mike Jones, I appreciate you. Everybody that contributes to the platform, you guys are absolutely awesome. But we got to move on. We got to move on, ladies and gentlemen, because we got to continue with the show. My friend, nobody that I like reacting to more than the good Dr. Umar Johnson. Something that y'all might not know, I actually agree with some of the things that Dr. Umar Johnson says. I don't necessarily like the way he goes about dodging me when it comes to having conversations and debates so that I can ask the hard questions. Neither here nor there. Nor do I care about how it is that he does not hold black women accountable, but he definitely, absolutely always got somebody that he want to give some lashes to. Neither here nor there. And then there's the school. The whole school. I heard that he got the windows on the school. Congratulations, good doctor. Looking forward to seeing how that tuition looks and how many people enroll into the FDGMB BMF School of Business, right? But there's a lot of different things that I absolutely positively agree with Dr. Umar Johnson on. And recently, somebody sent me this video, and I scrubbed through the first 2 minutes of it just to see if it's something that I wanted to have a conversation with you guys on about. He had a lot to say about how it is that we operate as Black people, especially who we celebrate, and what we do from a cultural perspective as far as trying to emphasize or sell what we actually capitalize off of into the general public. Let's get into it for a little bit. I actually want to share this with y'all. I'm reading super chats throughout the show. Hopefully I didn't forget any because, you know, I absolutely positively rock with y'all. But more importantly, make sure you hit a like for the YouTube algorithm, subscribe to the channel, turn on your notifications. Tap into the Patreon link is in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat. Let's get into it, ladies and gentlemen.
The NAACP had the Image Award a couple of days ago, Bobby David,
Yes.
And I'm not a fan of the NAACP. I'm a former member. I founded a chapter in college, and I'm glad I did because I really learned how ineffective the NAACP was, how much they're controlled. But with that being said, I don't understand how they got money to put on an Image Award when we don't even own any institutions. So how does the...
He's absolutely right. What are these organizations good for? Black Lives Matters, the NAACP. What are these? I thought the NAACP, now correct me if I'm wrong, the National Association of Colored People or some crap like that. What are they useful for in 2023? Why are they putting on awards? How does that actually help or the advancement of colored people or something like that? How does that actually help you become a better version of yourself? How does that give you a better... I invest in people more than an NAACP does. They just an organization that's just been around for a long time. And because they got colored people, it ain't even Black people, it's colored people now. And because it says colored people, thank you, Purpose and Resilience. I'm definitely going to read that super chat. I appreciate you. He's absolutely right. How do they have money to be able to put on award shows, but they don't actually have money to actually invest in infrastructure, something that we can then use and leverage in order to be more successful from a cultural perspective, so on and so forth? He's right. He's absolutely right.
NAACP, year in and year out, we have enough award shows, first of all. I'm so sick and tired of Black people awarding themselves. I'm tired of... We got BET Awards. We got the Vibe Awards, Soul Train Awards. We got Oscars. We got Emmys.
Right.
There's enough awards in the Black community. We don't need no NAACP Image Awards. But be that as it may, that they've decided to waste money on this award show. That's been going on for a while now, at least 20, 30 years. But with that being said, they gave Dwayne Wade's biological son, who is now a legal transgendered woman.
Female.
Right.
I said, he ain't a woman. He ain't but 14.
Right, right. Well, legally transgendered female got a Human Rights Award. And I'm trying...
Now, how crazy is that? Because, again, I don't see... He ain't missed and one word that he's saying right now. Dwayne Wade's kid, because I don't even know what to call it anymore. Dwayne Wade's kid gets an NAACP award for what? For what? What are we celebrating in Black culture? What are we highlighting? Hey, remember when Bruce Jenner won Woman of the Year award? I know y'all don't remember that. I remember it. I will never forget it. Do you remember when Bruce Jenner won the Woman of the Year award? Don't know what it feels like to be a woman. Ain't never had a period. Don't have breasts. Ain't never ovulated. Don't know what it takes in order to be able to have a kid or nothing like that. Because I love my women. I don't like hyenas. I love my women. Remember when Bruce won Woman of the Year? He's right. He's 100% right.
saying, how does a child get a Human Rights Award from the oldest civil rights organization in the country for getting a sex change, which in my opinion, no child is supposed to be making a permanent lifelong decision during their childhood. That biological boy is only about 15 years old.
Yeah, 14. And what's going to happen when he turns 22 and start liking women?
And guess what, Bob and David? I just saw the advertisement for a little biopic on the UK and how hundreds of transgendered children are now fighting to reverse their surgery.
Wow.
Think about that, though, because I'm not really sure. I'm not a surgeon and I'm not familiar with. Maybe I'll try to have somebody on here that can better explain it. That is in the medical field, right? Because I do know a couple different surgeons. One of them is a back surgeon, and then one of them is like, I think as a neurosurgeon. But maybe they can give us some insight and information on what this means, right? But think about that for a second, though, y'all. You have people that basically, at an age in which their brain isn't even fully developed, and a parents actually advocated on behalf of them, making a decision, a permanent decision, to do something that's not necessarily reversible.
Wow.
And reverse that. Yes, they don't want it no more. They become adults and they.
But you know they're not going to talk about that, though, right? They're not going to talk about that because that is not something that is being pushed as a part of the conversation. See, usually if somebody is coming in conversation in truth, what they'll do is they'll give you both sides of the story. They'll give you the good and they'll give you the bad. They'll give you the issues and they'll give you the problems. But very rarely do people actually give you the whole truth because it doesn't fit as a part of the agenda. And so what you see happening today is very much an agenda, and you know it's an agenda because it's not being highlighted on both sides of the conversation. He is Dr. Umar Johnson, for all of the smoke that I give him on a regular basis, I got to be objective in saying that he ain't missed. He has not missed one time as a part of this conversation. It's just a fact.
I want to go back to being who God intended for them to be. That's the other
buyer's
side
remorse
story that we never hear about.
I have to say something. I had a textification. I don't mean a conversation, but a textification today online with this person that they were saying.
What is a textification?
And that people should boycott the Roots Music Festival because it has Dave Chappelle and a couple of other people on there that had supposedly had said some unkind words about gays. And it was a black person. I said, look, it's really interesting that you find it appropriate to tell people to boycott black performers because they said something maybe anti-gay, but I don't see you saying boycott people that are being anti-black.
Absolutely. And that right there is a trend, Bob and David, that was given birth to by President Barack Hussein Obama. It was Barack.
Facts on facts on facts. He is not missed. This is probably the first video that I've ever seen of Dr. Umar Johnson's that I agree 100% with, and I don't have any kind of pushback or discourse as a result of it. Barack Obama, I'm telling you, if you haven't seen the interviews with Kwame Kilpatrick, former Detroit Mayor Kwame Kilpatrick, he was riding on President Clinton's plane. He was coming up at the same time as Barack Obama. Obviously, he got caught up in something that he shouldn't have been a part of in the first place. Neither here nor there. But he gives the skinny. If you're a bag chaser, if you're a Patreon member, I got like 2 or 3 Kwame. Actually, I think I got 3 interviews up with Kwame Kilpatrick, and I got another one coming because we talked about some very interesting things. It is a fact. This was a part of the agenda of the Obama administration. When y'all thought that he was going to get in there and he was going to do all of these things for black people, the number one thing that he did for a segment or a group of people was, and him and his wife together, is that they championed causes behind the alphabet community. This is a fact. You never heard him say more about anybody except for the alphabet community. And one of the reasons that it was told to me from these politicians that it happened is because they wanted to tie them back into the Democratic Party in order to ensure that they had a strong voter base that they didn't have to do anything for except for pass a couple laws and advocate for them, and then they would have them for the rest of their lives the same way that they did women and the same way that they did the black community. It is a fact. He is 100% right. Dr. Umar Johnson is not missing not once on this conversation.
Barack Obama, who deliberately took the spotlight off of black people issues, in anti-black hate and put it on LGBTQ issues and LGBT hate. He did that. And
if you want, and I'm gonna let him keep going, but I'm gonna just say this really quickly. If you want to hold somebody accountable, because I'm not the blackity black guy, I do advocate for us to be the best for our communities because I am black, and the majority of the people that I surround myself with is black. The majority of the people that work for me is black. If you want to tie something, all of you blackity black people, back to a politician, because you're gonna get mad at Trump and say bad. Trump didn't do nothing except for actually tell the truth and then try to invest in all of these bad environments. He gave more money to HBCUs than any president in history. He actually incentivized programs for you to he gave money and then gave you incentives for you to be able to fix up the neighborhoods that are predominantly black. This is a fact. This is not my opinion. This is a fact. Everybody, including Obama themselves, hated Trump for it. But the person that actually took the focus away from the black community and gave all of their resources, and they said it's not even about black people anymore, it's colored people or people that has been disenfranchised. Every single right, every single organization, and everything that you had from a black perspective was taken from the black community, and they refocused it over into the alphabet community. That is 100% fact, and you cannot deny it. Go and do your research. It is fact. And Umar Johnson, and again, I'm not a blackity black, but he is 100% correct on this. He is not missing.
And, you know, when black people, I see a lot of us now waking up and recognizing that supporting all of these other so-called marginal groups and organizations, a lot of us are starting to wake up and realize this is just a trap. It's a distraction to get black people to stop worrying about what matters most to black people.
Yep.
And because we are so multicultural, which grows out of our collective self-hatred, black people are always ever ready and willing to lend a hand to somebody else's cause. But none of these other groups ever lend a hand to our cause. Most LGBTQs are anti-black. They are just as racist as any other white person.
Where did he miss? Where did he miss? Where did he miss? Listen, y'all know I give Umar Johnson. Nobody has more accountability as far as the review videos that I do on the things that he's saying than me. But I'm objective enough to be able to give credit where credit is due. The truth is the truth. It's not my truth. It's not his truth. It's not your truth. It's the truth. He is telling 100% truth. It just is what it is.
I said
I'm
that.
telling you, the black homosexuals know that they are an afterthought in the LGBT movement's agenda. In fact, black homosexuals...
Let me add another caveat to that. Black women, you are being used as a tool and a pawn for feminism and the LGBTQB, A, B, C, D, E, F, D, whatever you want to call it. You are being used as a pawn, and they're letting you destroy your families in order to be able to move their movement forward. It's not just black people, it's women. It's a lot of different people that are being used as pawns in order for them to be able to continue to push their agenda. Don't stop falling for the okie doke.
Homosexuals and lesbians are to the LGBTQ movement what black people are to the Democratic Party.
Reading Super Chat.
It is the same relationship. You are an afterthought. We don't care about you, okay? And the only time we call on you is when we need to use you for something. That's the only reason that they...
I have not heard this much of the video at all. He's saying literally the exact same thing that I'm saying before he said it in the video. Before I got to actually hear the video, he's literally giving you the blueprint for the truth of what's really happening. He is 1,000% spot on.
Call on them and I also believe that it is an absolute contradiction to call LGBTQs a minority group. I still need somebody to help me understand how can being white and gay or white and trans make you a minority group. If you are a privileged white male in America,
still got the privileges.
Being gay take away your privilege? It doesn't.
He's right. Whatever you are, and I'm not necessarily saying that I'm going to give it privilege or anything like that, right? Because that's just a difference of opinion. But he's right, because no matter what you are, as far as your color in America, you deciding how you want to live your life from a sexual preference perspective, which is supposed to be something that you embrace within your own private life, and it's not supposed to be my business on who it is that you're having sex with. How does that look? How does that make you less privileged, or how does that take away from whatever it is that you're doing as that individual person? He's on it. He's on it. He's on it 100%.
Doesn't. If you are a white woman in America, being a lesbian does not take away your privilege. And because we know that the LGBTQ movement, like the women's rights movement, was financed, funded, and operated by the CIA and the FBI, these are government-funded groups. How can they be a minority?
Listen, I'm going to read the super chats because Dr. Umar Johnson is 100% on it. He's 100% on it. Just signed up on Patreon, watching Kwame tonight. Check it out. Listen, scroll down and watch the first Kwame interview and then watch the second Kwame interview because you need to watch them in tandem. Watch the first Kwame interview and then watch the second Kwame interview. You need to watch them in tandem. Thank you, Almond Eyes. Smart move. Also, Kojak the Great says, I recommend everyone read The New World Order by Ralph Epperson. It predicted in 1989 Obama, moist rights, moist marriages, and everything that's happening. Shout out to Kojak, another loyal person to me. Kojak has been loyal to me for over 20 years. Over 20 years, Kojak has been loyal. Shout out to my Detroit Brethren. I appreciate you, Kojak. Smooth Will says, peace, Mr. Daniels, just showing support. Thank you, my friend. Thank you, Smooth Will. I appreciate you. Dalen, one of my good people. Love having him on the panel. He gives a completely different perspective. Dalen is openly gay. And he says, we black zesties are that bottom of the pole. And guess what? When Dalen comes on the platform, we don't discriminate against him. He get these jokes just like everybody else. We love him just like everybody else. We hold him down just like everybody else. We don't let anybody just say some wild stuff to him just like everybody else. We humanize him, even if some people on the panel may not necessarily agree with his lifestyle. Dr. Umar is absolutely right. Let me read a couple of these super chats. Purpose and Resilience. You just showing too much love today, Purpose and Resilience. I absolutely love you. It says, brother, when you come to Washington, D.C. and need a speaker, hit me up. Put your wallet up, drinks on me. Y'all not going to be taking care of me. Every time I go to a different city, y'all be wanting to take care of me. Y'all be wanting to make sure that I'm well off. Y'all don't be letting me pay for my own drinks and stuff like that. Y'all just show so much love. I love y'all. I absolutely love y'all, and I appreciate y'all. Thank you for holding me down. Thank you for tapping in. Thank you for absolutely contributing to the platform. And I will tap in with you when I hit DC. Thank you, Purpose and Resilience. Blaze Skywalker with the 50 ball says, I find it crazy how many women who are women are ready to get into physical fights with you because your point of view does not support trans people. I had a transgender woman girlfriend run down on me at work because I said her man is still a woman. And how is that any less true? Because if he's still, this is wild. I don't even know what to call him anymore, Blaze. But I think that you're absolutely right, because when we get to the point where we start policing what people say and what their words are, which is one of the reasons why we established freedom of speech in the first place, we on a downward slope. We are absolutely on a downward slope. Let me say this, Blaze. Absolutely appreciate you. Thank you for holding it down. Thank you for contributing to the platform. Thank you for your opinion and your perception. I appreciate it. I love you, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Kenneth Percival says, pay my annual, now a Patreon member. Y'all know y'all get 15% off when you pay it annually, right? Neither here nor there. Shout out to Kenneth Percival. Shout out to you, my dog. Listen, y'all. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I give the greatest show on earth every single morning to y'all, Monday through Friday. I give the greatest show on earth to y'all every single Monday through Friday. And we do phenomenal things. You know what the show is going to be like tomorrow. It's going up. It's going up tomorrow. It's going to be insane. If y'all not tuned in, if y'all not sharing this with your family and friends, you are doing them a disservice, because it's going to go up. Ladies, you're going to have your free availability to be able to come up on a panel, talk to House of Hypocrites. After the show, I'm going to put a link to his social media in the description. You're going to have your free availability to be able to have this conversation and say whatever you want to say to him. Don't sit here and say you ain't got nothing to say after y'all been typing all hard in the chat. And he'll be respectful if you're respectful to him. But just, play it by ear. See how you want to do it. If you got something to say to him, feel free to jump on the panel and we're going to have this conversation. It's going to be crazy tomorrow. I guarantee you it's going to be insane tomorrow. Shout out to IBR7. Says, need that Detroit meetup ASAP. MGM was a movie. We did do the Detroit meetup in MGM. One of my favorite places. I appreciate you. Forsaken Archive says, will you ever go to Drink Champs? Drink Champs only want rappers. They don't want people that's actually doing what it is that's doing for the black community and for the work. You know what? I'm going to be honest with you. And here's my final thoughts. Patriarchy came on the platform last night and he said, Anton, you need to get Nick Fuentes, you need to get Sneak on the platform, and it'll do this and it'll blow your platform up even more than you already blowed up, right? And I thought about it. I genuinely thought about it, right? Because I have been thinking about it. He's been on me for the last few days. And I told Patriarchy, I said, I'm going to be honest with you, big dog. And these were my exact words. I don't give a fuck. I know I'm not supposed to say that. I know that that's not a big thing. But I genuinely don't give a fuck about nobody but y'all. There's so many different opportunities that I passed up in order to get it the hard way. My platform has grown organically. People that I then align with me because we align in real life, because we had a conversation in real life. We may bring the conversation online. I was friends with Kevin Samuels before me and Kevin Samuels ever said that we was friends online. Before Kevin Samuels ever tapped into my platform. And guess what? I never asked Kevin to ever be on my platform. Never asked him to come on the platform because I valued him in real life. I care about y'all. I care about my bag chasers. I put the majority of my energy into the Patreon. I'm going to do the thing that's in the best interest of you guys. Almost every single person that y'all have seen come on my platforms was a suggestion from you. So if it ain't about y'all, I'm not trying to cross over and tap into a completely different audience. If the audience just organically grows and people get it as a result of you tapping in from people like you sending it to your friends and family, if I never moved past 100,000 subscribers, I'm good with that. It's enough for me because I know that the people that rock with me authentically rock with me. And it doesn't mean that I'm not going to expand my platform, but we got to do it the right way. No shortcuts, no needing to get all of these people that, all of these other. If it happens, and I'm not saying that I'm against it because Patriarchy was absolutely right. If you want to grow quickly and you want to expand your platform, that's the way you do it. But I thought about it and I prayed about it and I talked to God and all of this other type of stuff. And I'm gonna just tell you, I just don't give a fuck. I'm not gonna have nobody having no strings on me. I'm not gonna let nobody say that they ever made what it is that me and you built together, because without me, I can't give you the information, and without you, it ain't no point in me being on the platform. So this is our house. This is our house. We gonna do the things that we want to do here. This isn't about what everybody else wants us to do. Most of the people that then would be tapping in has no vested interest in what it is that we build in, or even understand why it is that we do what we do. They don't understand the culture by which we've established this thing. We've built this thing organically. And as the person that is the de facto leader, because I'm the voice of what it is that we put together here, as the person that's the de facto leader of what we've put together, I'm not going to let anything and anyone infiltrate or then change how it is that we do things without it being organically in the best interest of us. And if we grow one subscriber per day at a time, then I'm cool with that. Because that means that the people that's actually here is truly wanting to be here and they truly believe in what it is that we put together. They enjoy themselves. Sometimes we talk about money. Sometimes we extract networking and relationships. Sometimes we get into the mess and then we try to get the lessons from it of how it is that we can apply it to our lives. But the fact of the matter is, I genuinely don't care. I don't care how famous you are. If you want to be on a platform, then cool, and we're going to do it my way. But nobody's going to tell us how we're going to run our stuff. Nobody's going to make the rules. We're not going to bend over backwards in order to do certain things. We're going to do things right, in order, organically, and then we're going to have the conversation. Anything other than that, anything that's not me thinking about my bag chasers and the Patreon members first and the people that I literally love and I call my family and I fly to y'all and I see y'all in y'all homes. I've been invited to y'all homes. I've seen y'all in your own cities. We broke bread together. We bought drinks together. We've hugged. We've cried. We've experienced problems, troubles, funerals, growth, and all of that. If it ain't about that, then what the fuck we here for? If it's only about one thing, and see, the thing that people don't understand about the Patreon members and the bag chasers is being a bag chaser is not chasing money. Being a bag chaser is chasing the best version of yourself, relationships, marriage, doing things the right way, getting it out the mud, make sure we networking effectively, making sure that we spiritually grounded and we have a great moral compass, intact, high character, understanding that all of the good things come along with it, including money. Bag chasing means that I'm going to be great. You're going to be great. We're going to be great. We're going to have each other's best interests at heart. And the money is going to come anyway because you got to be rewarded for the things that you're good at. But do not sacrifice who you are and how it is that you go about moving just because you want to make a couple more dollars. That's not what we do here. The entertainment comes after the work. The interviews come after you watch the mastermind sessions and the webinars and we do all of the work and we get to the money. The money matters. But it's not the number one priority of how it is that we got to go about doing things because we understand that the money comes with it. You ain't got to chase the money when you already chasing greatness. One brick at a time, one focused thing at a time, one person at a time, one soul at a time. We're going to do this the right way. We not going to mess it up. We not going to dilute what we got going on. We not chasing nobody. We not chasing a big platform to buy us. We not chasing Revolt TV or all of this other shit. We don't give a fuck about what they got going on over there. We are our own entity in the same way that we grew this. My very first live on this platform, I had like 126 people in here. 126 people in here. The very first live I did on this platform, I had 126 people in here. And I was happy with that. I would have been happy if it was 26 people in here. We not switching up. We not changing. We're going to grow. We're going to evolve. We're going to become better versions of ourselves. And we're not going to dilute the product that we putting out to the people. We're just going to get better with what we already doing. And so if it's, if it comes, it comes. If it don't, then it don't. But I'm never going to sacrifice and sell myself out or sell my people out and sell my bag chasers out just for some more visibility and some more subscribers. Fuck them subscribers. They don't fuck with us anyway. If they only here for what it is that we can do for them and they not actually trying to do the thing that's in their own best interest, then they was never here for the right reasons in the first place. We not trying to be for everybody. We trying to be for the small minority of people that then organically grows, that may even come here because they may not necessarily like me or like us or like the way that I said something, but something is drawing them to me to where they can't stop watching and then they start to authentically see what it is that we really doing and putting together. That's why we do it. We do it for you. We do it for us. We do it for the community. We do it for the group. We do it for the family. And the family is the bag chasers. It's the people that have your best interest at heart. And it's the people that's going in the direction that you're going in. Other than that, if it has to do anything other than that, then I don't want to be a part of it. You are not a thing that I'm trying to chase. And that's what it is. So we gonna ride together. We gonna grow old together. We gonna meet each other's kids. We gonna have a good time. We gonna party. We gonna travel. We gonna run this bag up. We gonna get raises and promotions. And we gonna do everything that's in our own best interest. And we're not going to take into consideration what other people think that don't even have a vested interest in what's going on here. I'm not sacrificing my platform for them. You was here for me in the beginning. And you the person that I love and I rock with. It's for you, not for them. Fuck them. That's where I stand on it. That's where I stand on it. It just is what it is. Let me read some of these super chats and we're gonna get on up out of here. Jazz Wiz says, can you bring the House of Hypocrites on Thursday? I'm already 2 steps ahead of you. I'm thinking about it. Connie Mathis says, appreciate the show and what you do. I appreciate you too, Connie. Thank you for holding me down. I really, really do love you, and I appreciate you. Shadow Dragon TV says, over the last year, you've opened my eyes to views I was blind to. All continued love and support for the work you do. Appreciate you, big dog. You the person that I do it for, bro. You the person that I do it for. I don't do it for all of these celebrities and be in the inner circles. If y'all know, like when we be in Vegas and DC, I be partying with y'all all night until I got to catch my plane in the morning. I'd rather hang out all night with y'all than fuck around and be hanging out at these industry parties that they be inviting me to. Fuck them industry parties. I'm rocking with y'all, man. Y'all my family. Y'all my love. Everybody else, you can keep it moving. So listen, I love y'all. Thank y'all. Another powerful, awesome show in the can. Thank you to everybody that contributes to the platform. I just want to see something else. Shout out to Miss Shay Wilson. Sent me the 3 ball. Says, great show. No, I wasn't supposed to say that. Thank you, MW, for holding me down with the cash apps and people that actually make sure that they're taking care of me. I got to start reading the messages silently before I start reading them. I just be trying to show love. I'm sorry. But listen, you guys are awesome. Incredible show lined up for y'all tomorrow, just like we do every single day. But I need you to do me one more favor before we get out of here, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you share this with your family and friends. We don't want to be great by ourselves. The greatest, bar none, Patreon, Bag Chasers, and Morning Show on the face of the earth. I love you, friends and family. I am going to talk to you tomorrow. I love you, friends. Be safe.